Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling and haircuts on your podcast, join our cult.
On your YouTube as well. If you like a lot of wrestling and haircuts on your YouTube.
We're on YouTube now.
Yeah.
You said on your podcast,
I was too concerned about the haircut.
No, it looks good. I think it looks good.
Ruin the illusion of the introduction.
Can we quickly clear up? Because I got accused of bullying you into shaving your head. I think I compared you to Charles Manson.
You did?
It was just in the conversation. I feel like I'm really trying to defend.
That got pointed out by more than one person, and it's funny because no, that isn't the reason why. As fun as it would be to throw you under the bus, but Charles Manson shaved his head once he got to prison.
Yeah, right.
What? This has actually done me no favors whatsoever bringing it up now I think about it. Yes, Jack's right. Charles Manson, yay.
It was funny that, Richard, you wouldn't mind bringing up the evidence, please? It was funny that something happened last week, which I thought prompted you changing.
There's the other thing as well.
You look.
Oh,
There he is.
oh no.
He's at the Everton. The hill that Maffew will die off for the rest of his life. Displayed in front of a global audience at the Premier League.
That's really good. Did you make that something? Oh, it's very, very good. That's really good.
That guy on the right, no, it's not true.
I was like, Richard, can we do this? We'll get away with it. He's like, it should be fine. But I was like, Maffew mentioned this before the Newcastle Everton match last week. So I was like, it'd be fine. He didn't do it as a result of that man there. Now you were saying the phrase, weren't you? Like, I don't know what prompted you saying to me. Like, I've been thinking about it. I was just like, yeah, go for it. It'll grow back if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's hair.
Mine wouldn't. Mine wouldn't grow back if I did that. That'd be it for me. But no, that's it suits you. And don't worry, nothing against that man there. But I don't think you look particularly like the Goodison protester.
It went as far as the hair. The hair was similar. That's as far as it went.
Yeah. In many ways, the Charles Manson of our time.
Oh, what if he shaves his head next?
No.
Hello, you're listening and watching the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Jarrett, Maffew, Jack, and Ross. How the hell are you? That's not you, Jack.
Obviously not condoning. Oh yeah, I'm fine, thank you. But obviously not condoning interrupting like a professional sporting fixture. But he livened up. It was really, and it couldn't take my eyes off the game.
Well, he's one of an army. It's happened every game since someone's attempted to tie themselves to the post. I wouldn't be surprised now.
Oh, but now they know it's coming. So.
Oh, yeah, some stewards get them.
The best bit was the increasingly angry blokes trying to like, come on. Very good.
Beaver teeth. Delightful.
I am all right, Matthew. Thank you. It's been 7 days now since I played football for the first time in years, and I am.
How was it?
Well, my legs have just stopped hurting. It was all right. I'm worse than I was back at What Culture when we used to play. Ross has still got a venomous shot on him.
I just can't run anywhere, Maffew.
There was a bit towards the end when I was getting quite tired, and Ross just whoa.
Wow. It's stuck to the bottom of the bottle.
Ross lined up for a shot.
Ready for Steve Austin coming back? Sorry, what were you saying?
I was trying to at least pretend to be brave, and then towards the end when my legs had gone, Ross was lining up for a shot, and I think I just ran away from the ball. I was like, I can't be arsed with this anymore. But it was fun. Good for, team, the camaraderie and that.
Aye.
Oh, I'm glad you had a good time because everyone who's come back from it's always been talking about it in the Slack and chat and everything like that.
Made me feel old though. And then the day after, me and Tubman were out on the town. And since he's had his haircut, Richard's been getting a lot of female attention, I must say. Yes, he has. I've got to say. So we were stood outside the bar, and this girl was talking to Richard, and I was just the oldest I've ever felt because she went like, your friend doesn't look like he's having a good time. And I just looked up from my phone, and I was like, I'm nearly 30, and just carried on. And then I heard the words come out of my mouth, and I was like, this was never me. You've seen me in Rise. Having a great time.
That's what you said?
I'm nearly 30 and just carried on my phone. I can't be asked with this.
Whatever, I'm DMing Cody Rhodes. Leave me alone, woman.
Oh, he's never replied for years now.
Oh, this might be the night.
Oh, yeah, you're pure lush. Are you Polish? I'm just picture the scene now outside the bar.
I'm making an effort at you.
Didn't you say her way of trying to start the conversation was to say you look old?
Something like that.
That's not on. That's not flirting. That's just being mean.
But if they're talking about you, I like to think of them
she called him old first and then said to him, but I heard her say, your friend doesn't look like he's having a very good time.
You replied with a very old person thing to
I did, like, it was an old person thing to say.
Oh, yeah, you look pure old, you. Will you be me daddy? Is that
no.
sort of vibe there, Richard?
No.
Look at him smiling and nodding. Dirty bastard.
Ross, how are you? Sorry,
I'm all right. I've had a week of bounce back ability, me. Went out in Morpeth, right?
Oh, in Peth.
In mighty Peth. Came back and I thought I had the vid. Tested every day since. Not got it.
Okay.
We're fine. So I was out the office for the first few days of the week, but we're back here today. Bounce back ability. Showing great character. I'm a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
Just like Colo Torre. That's Brendan Rodgers there for people who don't understand anything. Well, most things. But yeah, fine. How are you?
Great after that. You just reminded me there talking about people talking with you that as I got my hair cut and walked out and thought, oh, I look good, all right, got on the bus. And it was a Friday. So after 5 p.m., Friday in Newcastle just turns into something else.
Yeah.
Basically Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But we got on the bus and walking down and there's a lass wearing an outfit that she's not fitting very well. She got 2 odd socks on and near shoes, walking to the top end of town, eating Haribo out of the packet like that. And I'm just laughing.
Was
I'm
this 5
shaking,
a.m.?
laughing.
It sounds more like a 5 a.m. thing.
Right. It was barely 6 p.m.
Wow.
Getting out. And the guy that right me sees me laughing and looks and goes, aye, but in a few hours she'll be a 10.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, that's okay, that's funny. But also, wait, somebody on a bus talked to us. A complete
is
stranger.
weird.
All because of this.
She's not come up to you and go, yeah, you look pure old, you.
I saw like a thing on Facebook, like it was like from a TikTok or a tweet or something, but it reminded me of that. You've now transformed because the concept of it was when you try and trade in any game in CEX. And the guy goes up and he's like, "Hey, can I trade in this game, please?" The guy behind the counter's got his headphones in, singing Papa Roach really loudly. It was really good.
That's not far off, is it? Well, nice stuff to get into. So let's jump right in. The big news is with Dolph is
No offense to any CEX employees, by the way.
Oh no,
I'm a goth as well, lads. Come on.
I think when I applied there the first time, I did say, "Do I have to get tattoos to work here?" It's going to be against us. They didn't laugh. To sign something was up. Tony Storm doing rather well for herself.
Is that the first? That's the first news piece.
Oh,
Hey, I asked if this was in because I thought it was staggering and good on the woman.
Oh, 100%.
40 grand in a day or something.
I thought it was
saw.
10.
Oh,
It's up to 40.
was it 10? I've got no idea.
I was gone by you. It was 10 grand when I saw it. I thought it had gone up.
It was 5 figures anyway.
Yeah.
A lot
Bloody
of money.
hell. Yeah, fair play
Good
to
for her.
Yeah.
Who needs to take bumps?
No, nobody.
Not us on this table, that's for sure.
Not if you look like... I don't think we'd fare very well, but...
Oh, no.
Do yourself. But we're here to positive support the people there.
Oh,
and the
aye.
OnlyFans things and all the other things.
Oh, yes.
If you got it, get away with it, pal.
Absolutely.
Well done, Tony.
A bit envious, like. I'd love to make 10 grand in a day, but never mind.
You can't. Just got to find your niche.
That's not my niche. OnlyFans.
As Fraser explained upstairs, Enzo Amore apparently had his OnlyFans to train people how to wrestle.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough.
Just got to find your niche, haven't you?
There's just in as well. Satire is dead. Anyway, also update on Delirious's Ring of Honor status.
Oh, who gives us bollocks?
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. He's not going to be there for much longer.
Was he still a head booker?
Apparently, and they went, "Hey, I've got Ring of Honor's coming back," and they were like, "Got some news for you, pal. He will not be returning."
Okay.
When they've done the big show, so
I have
makes
to.
sense.
I'm always gonna say nice things about Delirious because he got us press access to Super Card of Honor 1 year, so I was a nice man for that.
You were there at Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, the one with the Hardys and the Young Bucks.
Oh,
Here, that's
Stop,
that god.
yeah, get
out.
Oh God, why would?
Which the main event went a little bit like it was as chaotic as that. That's when I interviewed. It's when I interviewed the Hardys after, and they didn't tell. They had the audacity not to tell me that they were debuting at WrestleMania. And it's the one where Cody Rhodes came out on a bike, and Triple H came out on a bike the next day.
WWE hosting from AEW.
No.
All right, Taz.
A rare L, as the kids would put it, for Taz this week on Twitter.
A lowercase L.
A lowercase
Oh wait,
L.
what did he do?
He accused, it was the whole Kevin Owens faking to be Stone Cold. He accused them copying of AEW because Don Callis did it for Kenny Omega.
Oh no, this has been a trope.
That was the first time it happened in wrestling history. Someone pretended to be someone else.
Listen, I was going to say this has been a trope. Taz will know that. Yeah.
Well, he sort of went, I'm just having fun with the fans, and then it escalated into Taz just defending AEW to the hilt. Very strange.
Whenever I've heard Taz and Excalibur and Jim Ross talking about stuff, they're usually very normal, sensible, saying stuff like that. So I think he's just listening to people and like, no, don't listen to all those people. Not all those people that message you, Taz, are your friend. So,
Very true.
Respect. Look at this dirt cheat Jones over here. Update on Marco Stunt's AEW status. According to Janella, AEW has just stopped talking to Mr. Fun Size. So it looks like Christian's just taking his place.
He's looking to run a show, Marco Stunt. He's been tweeting like, where can I get a ring? Well, he said, where can I get a big venue with where I can put a large square object in the middle? And then people were replying like, is it a bounty castle? Like that sort of thing. But no, he's looking to run a show. Yeah.
It's pretty funny, actually. But I was going to say, Taniki Brewery. Oh, no. North Wrestling's already sold that venue out this Saturday.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Not announcing anything.
Yeah, I think that Desert Island Graps alumni, Shotty Horror, is going to be there. But I can't confirm. I don't know if I think he was planning to, but I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Lovely man. If you see him, say hi. I don't know how he is with people in public. Say hi. Might be fine. If you're all right.
If I go harass
Well, he's a rap battler, so he might just cut a savage promo on you if you say hi. So I don't know. No.
What are you, 30? And he'll walk away. And a weird bit of news this week. Connor reveals the Ascension apologized to Road Warrior Animal, Demolition, and Powers of Pain. And I'm like, about what? Apparently, after they left WWE, they contacted all those lads. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we talked to you about this, but we had the opportunity to talk to Road Warrior Animal in person together. We talked to him and kind of explained that we were sorry, that we hoped that there was no ill will towards us because of that. And he understood. I think the best part of that was talking to him man to man, face to face about it. That was really important to us. They said because apparently only several tag teams in the 80s were allowed to rip off Mad Max.
I was going to say
all those years away. I have no idea the logic
very
of wrestling.
The fact that
there.
they've apologized to 3 different tag teams kind of shows that it's not the most original thing anyway. So
thank you, Jack.
If they just apologize, if there was only one tag team they had to apologize to for wearing red and black and being
having face paint and shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Well, I think the apology is fully warranted. If they had tried a bit harder and won a few matches, I think it would have been fine. But the fact they never really won anything ever, apart from NXT, but that doesn't count really, does it? I think the apology was fully warranted. And it's not a damning commentary on old people in professional wrestling. That would have felt the need to do that.
That would be funny if Animal answers them in promo and goes, well, you should apologise. It's been so bad. We dine on danger. We snack on death. Flash Morgan Webster's WWE deal set to expire. He's not been around for a while now. His last victory shown on TV was October of 2021.
I think he's been dealing with a bit of an injury.
Yeah, shoulder injury.
Right.
And it's just proof there that NXT UK is alive.
Well,
people paying attention every week.
I hope he does really well again because he's really good and he's just had to deal with injuries a lot. But he's one of the quickest transitions between moves that I've ever seen. He's like butter.
And he got himself in proper good shape, didn't he?
Yeah.
One of those body transformation things. Aye.
And he's doing well in the UFC under the alias Paddy the Baddie Pimbler. So.
I hadn't thought about that until you just said that. I'm like, you're not far off, are you?
No, he's a little bit similar.
Yeah.
Jack Atkins explained, I don't know if I can say it.
What?
Well, it's... So we were talking about... Jack Atkins says that, like, rough lads in Liverpool have long hair. And I was like, oh, that's weird because it's typically really short hair. And he was like, yeah, it's called a... Can I say it? Cut it out if not. It's called a ket wig.
Oh, that's fine.
And he said, I said, why is that? And he said, well, because they'd rather spend the money on that than a haircut. And I was like, oh, fair enough.
Oh, that's mint. I've not heard that before.
No. I thought that's why you should. No, never mind.
No, thank you for showing that, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll be left in. The Undertaker apparently gave Brock Lesnar advice about leaving in 04. Which is good. Apparently it wasn't, stay away from those video games, kid. It was, I had a long talk with Brock. He came to me and wasn't happy. Brock's not a people person. Happy cowboy Brock is a little different. He keeps himself, hunts, and fishes. Does all that. It's
Chops
a tough
down
life.
trees, he skips them.
I think Brock was at a point where he wanted to do something different. Honestly, I told him, you think about playing pro football? I said, Brock, you have to do what's right for Brock. Everyone is going to be pissed that you're going to be leaving, and they put all this money and push behind you, but if you don't go and do this, you're going to look back and be like, what if? So it's funny that Undertaker's like, yeah, I'll push them out the door. It's even funny that happened, where was that quote from? The True Geordie podcast.
What's going on, everyone? It's the True Geordie back again. You get some big guests, man.
We could have been best friends with him. Back in the day, he would approach the What Culture Wrestling Twitter account, wanted to work with us back then.
Really?
And certain people would go, no, we don't work with him.
Not us.
Not us two sat here.
No.
Certain people would.
Yes.
And I often think what might have been.
Yeah.
I could have been his little friend. Because he's massive. He's 6'5", isn't he?
In the Gallagher together, you and True Jordy.
No, it is. It's fair play for him to get an interview for a start. And yeah, but it's nice to see Undertaker saying that, because I remember reading Undertaker saying he regrets not getting into the UFC when he was 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's Angle going, yeah, I really regret like not doing the Olympics in 09. You're like, what? Okay. The Young Bucks returning to AAA for Triple Mania. AAA is insisting that they will be taking on El Hijo del Vikingo and Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix was previously advertised for a show AAA did 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't there because he isn't medically cleared yet because
really
of
hurt
his
his
poor arm.
arm,
Yeah.
yeah.
But AAA are like, no, that'll be happening. So there's some skepticism already from people like, is he though? So no, he definitely will be there. Like, uh-oh.
He might be there.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Not to do anything.
Yeah. Like, cutting the Olympics, he's there. He's bought a ticket. Yeah. And finally, bear with us. Jonathan Gresham wins the Progress World title. Beat Cara Noir, a Progress event on Sunday called Dodge, Dip, Duck, Dive, and Dodge.
Yeah.
London, England. So, just if we're paying attention to this, Jonathan Gresham is now the champion of an AEW-owned promotion, the Ring of Honor, and he won it at a WWE affiliate Progress show.
No, he's the Progress champion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's doubly
sorry.
strange because Anthony Ogogo appeared for Progress
Yep.
a little while ago, but they cut that out on the network version.
Yep.
And how are they going to cut the champion out if they're going to do the same thing? If he does go to AEW, it's a very
They'll put a blur over him and call him Christian.
This is fascinating.
it's
It's
such
like
a
Game of
weird
Thrones. The politics, the backstabbing,
Yeah.
the intrigue.
the dragons.
Yeah, the dragons as well.
Oh, well done.
Danielson's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very strange.
Yeah.
And with WrestleMania weekend approaching, think of all the crossovers there.
Ooh.
Bloody hell.
Are they doing a show in America? Are they Progress?
Not this year, not as far as I've seen.
God, no.
I've been preparing
They
a
could
video.
do a show in
I'll
London at the minute.
Talk about it at the end when you ask what we've got going on. But I had a look at the WrestleMania weekend events.
Oh.
Masha Slamovich, who I know you're a fan of, is wrestling a bear. What?
That's true.
Why?
I was going to bring that up in a later segment.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh no.
Is it going to be?
Should we move to that segment shortly?
Yeah.
Is it going to be an actual bear?
I hope not.
No, surely not.
I mean, yes. No, wait. No, it sounds bad. Sends the wrong image.
It can't be a fella in a bear costume, though, can it?
Yes, it can.
It may look like that to you, but I assure you, this
Will
is a
the
very
people
well
not feel shortchanged if it's not a real bear?
Oh God, what if people buy? You told me Hank the Tank was going to be here.
Oh,
Richard's written something down. What's
bollocks
happened?
to Hank the Tank.
Oh, normal things down. Okay, it's fine. Whenever Richard writes something down, we always go, "Oh no, something's got to be cut." But no, it's all right.
What else is announced for the WrestleMania weekend?
There's loads of stuff, man.
Anything in particular stand out?
X-Pac versus Joey Janela is a big one because it's got a story behind it. I won't mention too much because I do have a video coming out where I go through my most anticipated matches at WrestleMania weekend.
When does that come out?
Tuesday, I think. At
Fantastic.
the current but then things can always change because it's WrestleMania season.
Right.
But also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. I'll mention a couple of wrestlers who I think could steal the weekend. You know, like Keith Lee has in the past and Matt Riddle and stuff. Wrestlers who've wrestled like 10 matches and they're all good. Speedball Mike Bailey's got like 6 matches and they're all big. And in different ways, like there's one against Bandido that'll just be all high spots, but then there's one against Jay White, which will be face versus heel and stuff like that. So I think Speedball might be my tip, for man of the weekend. Yeah.
On paper, I'd say so. Exactly. Yeah.
Also, Biff Busick. He's got some good matches as well lined up. Oh, Oni Lorcan. Excited to see him back.
Yeah.
End of segment, Matthew. I'm floundering.
No,
I'm
thank you.
floundering.
Thank
He
you,
needs
Jack.
a poo, damn it.
No, I don't. Oh, you
Just a process.
you.
Also in the news, Jack had his first coffee in a long time and started off the podcast going, "Hey lads, I might need a poo."
It's subsided a little bit. I've been taking little sippy sips of
Oh
water.
yeah, that'll help you not go to the toilet. Well done, Jack. Sorry, problem evaded. So now we can move on quite quickly,
Avoided. Like Popeye.
quickly and
Problem
cleanly.
avoided, Olive. Sorry. Used to love Popeye as a child.
Next segment.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
The hotly contested WrestleMania weekend stealing Hall of Fame bid. And in condescending aura from last week, JR correcting Excalibur during last week's Dynamite. Bashing her hand into attacks. No, she's not. Yeah, but she kind of it. No, you've not won this time. 9%.
Oh, 9.
Kevin Owens being the voice of the voiceless during last week's Raw and going, we just saw this bit. Why are we seeing it again? 19%.
Whoa.
The Cultaholic Wrestling WWE 2K22 Royal Rumble match. Not easy to say, but it sure is easy to vote for. 72%. And a very well-deserved, not just because it was myself, entry win there, because what a lovely video that was. What a smashing thing with commentary by, he's one of our own, Mr. Ross Twiddell.
All my hard work.
And
taken by somebody else.
Tom Campbell.
Who edited it down?
I don't know.
Oh, it wasn't an edit, was it?
No, it
was just
wasn't.
basically
Unedited.
It was already me and Tom. Someone must have cut down certain bits.
Like the start and the end and
Yeah.
the menus and that.
Someone
fair enough.
Fair play.
It was very funny.
Yeah. Tremendous.
There was a few, like I'd say 90% of the jokes everyone could get. But then there was a few that clearly you'd only get if you knew the person involved. But it was still funny.
So it was like watching and listening to AEW.
Yeah.
Well done, Maffew. I'll go first.
Well
this
done,
week.
Maffew.
That's how it works. Now remember, you're playing the character of Ross, who isn't upset and takes the Hall of Fame too seriously. My Hall of Fame pick this week. In Italy, headlines around the world, but mostly in Italy. No, get rid of that image. Italian bear removed to sanctuary after bakery break-in takes the biscuit.
Oh my God. What has
Marina
happened?
Valentini is still bewildered as she surveys the scene of the crime, pointing to the floor of a bakery in Roccasoro, am I getting that right? A small mountain town and ski resort in Italy's Abruzzo region, where the crumbs of her freshly made biscuits were scattered. My husband had popped to the bakery. I was at home expecting him for dinner when he called and said, Marina, there's a bear in the bakery. My first response was, have you been drinking? Valentini's husband was very much sober. It was about 9 p.m. in late November when a rare brown bear, fondly nicknamed Juan Carrito, sauntered up to the town's main street and crossed the terrace of Dolci Momenti, a.k.a. Sweet Moments, if you don't speak Italian, bakery, before turning into a side alley, smashing a small window with its claws and clambering over a ledge into the kitchen, where he scoffed a batch of biscuits. He must have smelled them wafting down the street, Fontini said. I had baked so many. Some were on the table. The rest were in the oven. The doors were slightly open, and he managed to pull out the tray and eat all the biscuits. It wasn't the first time Carrito had brazenly ventured into Roscaro. The 2-year-old bear, well, pronouncing that, was practically a resident as well as a star attraction for tourists until his recent controversial capture. He would often stay overnight, sleeping among pine trees at the entrance of the town of about 1,500 inhabitants, before going in search of food, rummaging through bins, and dining off leftover pizza and sandwiches, rather like Road Warrior Animal, I guess. On one occasion, he was spotted drinking from a fountain, and as skiers flocked to the town this winter, Carrito became increasingly bold, once standing on his hind legs as the curious visitors took photos. Valentini said the bear would often hang around outside the bakery, but he took the biscuit with the break-in.
Worth it for that.
I love it whenever there's an article now about animals, mostly about bears at the minute, I guess because the Hank the Tank love, but they get sent to me, and I get to read some of these, because it isn't just because of the Cultaholic fans and podcast people. Thank you, by the way, DMing me these. It's also because you get to read these crappy articles, and I couldn't believe that this is printed in The Guardian, with all those puns, taking the biscuit. And it's just the fact that, A, there's bear news. And bear news is rather popular on this podcast. I'll call them the Hall of Fame people, the only people that mattered. And the way it was written is funny. And also the fact that it's literally like from a Tom and Jerry cartoon or like a really, really old novel for kids.
What do you mean? A bear is living like a bear.
Where you're like, I've made some biscuits. I put them out on the tray. And there's this bear walk along. You can literally see the smell. Ooh. And he's like taking off. And he's all the way to there, taking it. And she's like, Mamma mia. And all the rest. And this was finally sets us up for the sequel to the mega crossover we were doing, Avengers style, of all the other animals from Long Boy, Wee Fat Dog, Momu, the smallest cow in the world, who's now dead.
Maggie Swan's go.
Yeah, and we did something. Because obviously Hank the Tank has done the heel face turn, like Loki, because obviously he's proved innocent. So now we have the secondary character, the second stage, the backlash. if you will. There probably will be after this bleed notification's gone on for a while. Of what's his effing name? The Big Bear himself. Got his name. Oh, Juan Carrito.
Okay.
So at the end of credit sequence, there's a bear with some freshly best biscuits and goes, if they love Hag the Tank, then I'm going to be, and it zooms on his face, unbearable. And we're sorted. We're sorted. And this was going to coincide with Masha Slamovich versus the bear. But it's already gone now, so that thunder's been well and truly stolen.
Sorry.
And I've talked enough for this. So it is the bastard bear stealing, can't think of them would be, bear of Italy.
Biscuit stealing bear.
Biscuit stealing bastard bear.
Okay.
I thought you said the bastard stealing bear there, just going nicking children.
If I take you, you can make them for me.
Eventually gets along to pack. What are you doing, like? Just
what
to
a
remind,
blocker.
if you are thinking of voting for that one, let's just remind ourselves that Hank the Tank was outed as a fraud before he was
No, he
cleared.
was exonerated.
That's
One bear taking the claim for 3 bears' work.
the media bias.
I don't think he took the... It wasn't like Jack the Ripper
Oh,
riding
he
to the
was
press
out
to
there.
mock them.
Posing for his photographs and CNN, whatever, I don't know.
And people kept tagging us in that meme of the guy really relieved in court, and it was like, my boy beat the case. Frank's all right.
Yeah. No, Hank the Tank was proved innocent and got away with it,
Yeah.
which is good if
He
it's
can
a
get away
bear.
with it. He was innocent.
Yeah, that's the spirit, yeah. So that is my pick.
Fair enough.
Let's see
enough,
if this is a
Maffew.
bear too far next week. But until then, second. Well, Kevin Owens, I believe that was
That was
yourself.
me, yeah.
Fantastic.
Hopefully we'll be saying hard to bear Maffew next week.
I'll get it.
Oh.
I'm going for Jeff Jarrett
Okay.
because I don't think he's in the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast Hall of Fame.
Well, he's
And
on the Horseman.
The
chosen one.
He should be in the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast Hall of Fame because he's fantastic. The career renaissance of the man has been brilliant to watch. GCW, the podcast is a fantastic listen.
Oh, yeah.
And also he appears on Cultaholic Wrestling's Straight to Hell this Sunday.
Whoa.
And he's a very nice man.
Was he attracted to the sweet smell of success from all your videos roasting on the
No.
windowsill? And
He
was
wouldn't
like,
be stiff in mind if that was the case. Because they're all dying. But Jeff Jarrett is very nice, and I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. And obviously being a WCW kid as well, hated him. But that was because I thought I could beat him up when I was 8 years old, and that was the point.
Yeah.
Did you tell him that? Like, by the way, my first big wrestling experience was...
No, I didn't. Well, I only
Super Bowl
had
2000.
like quarter an hour with him because he does all his. He's such a busy man. He does all his media one afternoon of the month, and he does all these interviews back to back, 15 minutes each.
Wow.
So I had to cram it all in there, but he was good value for money. It's a wonderful 15 minutes.
That's very good.
I can't wait to see it.
I got to say, we don't do foreplay here, Jeff. We're just going to dive straight in there
Oh my
because
goodness.
I didn't say hello, Jeff. How are you doing? I just went, Jeff. What do you like about wrestling? Just didn't even say hello to him, really. Just because I only had 15 minutes with him, and I know he can talk, so I was like, I'm just going to get the pleasantries, not even deal with them, just get in there. But very nice man, good wrestler, wonderful head of hair. Didn't realise how luxurious it is when you see it in high definition.
Like him, it's had tremendous staying power all these years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love, when I'm not listening and recording the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast with yourselves, I do like to listen to Jeff Jarrett's My World. Because he goes back and forth from USWA to TNA to WWF to WCW, and he's got such good memories and great stories about all of them.
And from Sopranos to Desperate Housewives and back again. Well, not even back again. He hasn't watched Sopranos yet. He chose to watch Desperate Housewives instead.
What,
6
he
episodes.
like updates you on how they're going?
Well, Conrad is gagging for him to watch The Sopranos, and Jeff's been put off for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure what the reason is. And he was like, right, I'll do it. I'm a man of my word, I'll do it. And he just didn't. He watched 6 episodes of Desperate Housewives instead.
That's class.
And Conrad's like, oh, what the hell, man? Yeah. What are you doing to me, man?
The good Conrad impression. Wow.
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett.
I love him.
Yeah, he seems like a good bloke now.
Yeah.
I don't say now, just because I also hated him as a child, so yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the point.
No, I like this old like Uncle Jeff thing he's got going.
Yeah.
I think you'll take the title off Matt Cardona, me.
Oh,
I'm
can
going
see
there. It's happening. Wee woo, wee woo.
oh, not that one. I didn't like that theme.
But what's your pick? Your pick.
I was gonna originally, but then I realized I think I'd nominated him already and he hadn't got in. I was gonna nominate Charles Leclerc, the F1 driver, because the F1's back this season. And I'm glad that I previously tried to get him in the Hall of Fame because it's proven that I'm not like I'm not just jumping on the Charles Leclerc train now or on the back of his Ferrari, because he won the first race of the season in glorious fashion. Did you see any of this, Maffew? I know you've been trying to get into...
No,
Have I spoiled it? Have I spoiled the result?
Well, no, it's been almost a week since, so I deserve to be spoiled. What happened?
He was on pole, he qualified first, and then Max Verstappen, the aggressive man he is, tried to like proper send it down the inside, and Charles let him go past. Didn't even brake early, if anything, on the corner, and then he knew that Verstappen would be too aggressive, and then he just got him on the next turn, and he did it 3 times over the next 2 laps, and very composed drive from the Monganesque man. He's Monacan. He's from Monaco.
Oh.
Is that what that means?
Monganesque. I know it sounded almost offensive for a second. Would that be all right? I know I paused at the wrong time.
Steve McMichael. Right, go on.
But no, but I didn't, because then something happened the other day, and I was in Tesco, and this lad said hi to me. Lovely lad. And I was like, oh, you're right. And then horribly, as a few sentences were exchanged, I realized that I'd met him before. And for some reason, I was acting like it was the first time we met. And then I went, we've not met before, have we? And he went, yeah. And I was like, no. And he was so nice about it, because luckily I remembered where we'd met. He was like, I live around here. I was like, I remember the street and stuff where it happened. And he gave me a lovely out, and he said, it's probably because I've not had my hair cut in ages. And I was like, yeah, that's why. But really, I'm just really forgetful and a horrible person. But thank you to that man in Tesco. Hope you're doing well.
So what's he got to do with the F1?
No, I said I was going to nominate Charles Leclerc, but I've already previously tried. And I was scrabbling around, like thinking, I've got nothing for Hall of Fame. And then this lovely Tesco man was so nice to me. I was like,
so the F1 stuff was just the moose bush. That was just the warm-up.
Well, I thought the Tesco story in isolation was fairly short. And
you would be right.
So I'd pad it out with...
When did you meet this person at Tesco's?
In Tesco's.
What, like before you came here?
Not today. No.
Like 3 minutes before you got into the studio?
It was either yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
I thought you were building up to a big, like, you with the supermarket trolleys being like...
And it was my cousin.
And it was Max Stabanoff, whatever.
Max Verstappen, yeah. You doing
Verstappen.
a Max Verstappen
Sorry,
on him,
no,
and then him getting you back like a
I know,
Charlotte.
that guy tried to get around you, but you held your own. And then the next
That would have been fantastic. But
It
no,
would have been, except we got you saying...
Maybe I should have made it more clear that I was going to nominate Charles Leclerc, and then I should have made a more obvious pivot into, but this is my real pick.
It was a subtle pivot.
Sorry, yeah.
Like Bret Hart bleeding at WrestleMania 8. It was a subtle one.
Yeah, not like Ric Flair's.
I like that reference.
I should have gone more for the Ric Flair one.
Not like Ross putting the sofa up the stairs, eh?
Pivot.
Hey?
Pivot.
Good one.
Hey?
Is he in an advert at the minute?
Banks, one of the banks, isn't he? Barclays, is it? Or something?
Oh. There's another one where there's a guy in disguise. It's like there's a chair, and then he's in one of those sunglasses rotating things. It looks like him, but I'm not. But he doesn't use his voice from Friends, so he says like, "Hey, it's me." I'm like, "Is that how he normally talks? Or is he doing a voice?"
I think he's got a similar voice to Ross from Friends.
The same, yeah.
Do you think?
Maybe he's just got deeper with age.
But I couldn't tell. It's like, is that him, or is it just like a cheap guy looks like him? Anyway, sorry.
When you look back at like, especially the early seasons, you think, God, they were young. They were a young cast, and it makes you feel sick.
Makes your heart bleed as well that Ross and Rachel in real life, Jennifer and David, fancied each other, but they never went there.
It's just like real. It's just like it's fiction. It's art imitating. No, it's life imitating art.
I don't know if it was a work for that Friends program they did with James Corden. But it must be devastating.
Really in
for David
tune.
Schwimmer. I hate James Corden so much. Why of all the humans has he got to be the one who's everywhere all the time?
I didn't mind Gavin and Stacey, you know.
Oh, Gavin and Stacey, if he ended his career there.
Oh yeah. People like say,
Fantastic.
yeah, that's fine, but it's just
Smithy doing stuff with the England football team. Fantastic comic relief sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But ever since then, too much James. He was in Cats, for Pete's sake.
I need to see that.
I think everyone,
Big out of my
I think
mind.
everyone was in Cats.
Getting my Liverpool hair sorted out.
Before the end of the segment, I do need to give a shout out to Richard Tubman as well, because me and him went to a little gathering as well. Drinking 2 days
the
in a row.
Juggalos?
No,
Drinking
2 days in a row. It's mad. I wasn't ready for it, but Richard brought along some sour IPAs, just to sip, just to have in
The super sour ones at Ross Cave.
just as this casual, just as this fun little drink to have in the living room. Just have a little sippy sip. It's the second time I said sippy sip on this podcast, but he's just there chilling with it, not batting an eyelid.
I could not.
That was his fun drink. That was just his chilled drink.
I bought 4 cans of that. Brought one. I had one. Well, tried to have one at home. Brought one here and gave 2 to him. I just couldn't.
I was amazed at how that messed me up, and it must have been just how sour it was because I could barely speak during this podcast.
It does make it very slavery.
Yeah.
To use a northern term.
Oh my God. I've remembered what I was actually going to nominate earlier in the week. Never mind.
Okay, well,
It's
we
too late,
do
it's too
have...
Late, it's too late. It's too late. I'll save it for next week.
Matthew's long bear story. Jeff Jarrett,
Yeah.
our horseman, but a man in our hearts.
Tesco
and
man.
just Jack's Tesco man that he forgot that he'd met previously.
Yes, please, Richard. I hope he listens to this and realizes that I'm not a bad person, hopefully.
That might be one of these stealth picks that people
No, it's not gonna-
probably don't listen to the podcast goes, I didn't listen to the podcast, but I imagine that was a really good story from Jack.
That's a really sly tactic.
It's like winning blackjack with like 10. Well, those are your 3 picks.
Like that Olympic speed skater who everyone else crashed in front of him. And he just
strange
he
speech.
didn't Vince McMahon his way. He should have done.
He could have. Those are your 3 picks, and your 3 picks alone. We're going to patreon.com/Cultaholic, placing your votes, and making one of these people on this table very happy,
Won't be me.
and the other 2 miserable.
I don't think it'd be me either.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling.
Wait, Matthew. Wait. Go for it, Richard. Go. Go for it, Richard. Go. Go on. Ready? Come on.
Monegasque.
This is how I was trying to pronounce Charles Leclerc's nationality in the previous segment.
Got the 2 most crucial letters the wrong way around.
I did.
But life, it just happens, doesn't it? It happens.
It does.
Well, I called Triple H a really bad name once by accident, and it got that podcast demonetized. I was trying to say Hunter Hurst Helmsley and said something quite different.
I had the video someone cut of me laughing hysterically. It's at my chest on my desktop for ages just to cheer myself up. It's me laughing like an idiot. Wearing a hoodie my mum bought me when I was 11. I still fit in. SmackDown. The Bloodline opened the show, and Heyman tells us that there was an issue with Brock Lesnar's flight, which means he isn't going to be here. Look. Roman tries to cut promo, which Heyman interrupts because he's just learned Brock's flight actually landed. He's on the way to the arena. Got some recovery, innit? The Bloodline head to the car park and try to leave, but Lesnar arrives and rams their car with a bloody forklift. They escape and get into a truck instead. Brock gives chase and rips the bloody door off, but they get away. Brock brings the door down for the ring. What? For the ring? To the ring
to
for
the
a
ring,
promo
sorry, yeah.
and says that at WrestleMania he's coming for blood. Now, I thought that's weird. Doors don't bleed. Yeah, it's... Look, I love the Bloodline. The thing that they've done every week for the last nearly 2 years has been amazing, but I still love it. And Brock doing this, silly buggers, ignore that high-pitched noise. That's just, it's all developing.
The Dudley Boys going to make their entrance.
It's going down.
I thought this was a nice change, though, Matthew. A subtle change, because there is a chink in the armor of the tribal chief for the first time.
He's rattled.
He's got his new God Mode T-shirt.
Awful God mode, which
God.
doesn't read God.
I don't know what it meant, what it stands for. I can't remember. On a different level or something. Gaming on a different level. I don't know.
It may as well have said that, yeah.
But he's God mode, but he's also scared of Brock Lesnar. It's a wonderful juxtaposition.
He had places to be. He wasn't scared of Brock Lesnar.
Why is he scared of Brock Lesnar? He's wrestled him numerous times at WrestleMania in the main event.
Not Cowboy Brock.
No, yeah, true, not this
This
Brock.
is a different Brock.
He's wrestled him.
Yeah, he's wrestled him at
real
WrestleMania and
At
lost
Wrestle-
each time.
Yeah.
He's not won a single match.
To
so he should be
Rollins the
should.
first time, but still,
Yeah.
the whole almost all of the match before Rollins got involved was just Lesnar repeatedly battering him. Maybe that is why he's scared. Maybe he knows.
Yeah.
I mean,
I went back
knows.
and rewatched that match this week because I hadn't seen it.
Which one, 31 or 34?
31.
Oh, it's good.
Because
Oh, it's
I'm not going to
great.
watch 34.
Roman's
Because
a kinky sod, isn't he?
He loved getting
he
slapped
loved it.
about.
Yeah, because it came up when his Twitter accounts came up. It was like, oh, we have to just recognize that this is a really good match, and everyone was quoting them going, yeah, we did recognize this as a good match. Where are you? But I remember not being fussed about it at the time because I was still on the the train to boo Roman Sucksville because he was being very, very heavily pushed, as we all know. And I remember thinking, I don't remember this match being that great. And yeah, no, it was a good old strong style affair with Brock battering him, and that's where Suplex City bitch comes from, was that match.
I think you were just lost in his beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, he had blue eyes
Yeah,
then.
blue eyes back then.
Yeah, black eyes back after that match. Bloody hell, just battering him off the apron. Oh, it was good.
This segment, though, with Lesnar, happy cowboy Brock Lesnar in the forklift, trying to murder Roman Reigns is an all-timer, though. I felt like I was
Ooh.
back in the Attitude Era. I thought it was wonderfully done. You couldn't even see the cut in the camera. Just because obviously they weren't in the car. Were they in the car?
No,
Is
they
Brock
can't have
that
been
good
in
of
the
a farmer? Maybe, I don't know. Brock's promo was good as well. Called himself the bipolar beast. You've unleashed the bipolar beast, son.
Oh,
Just like that. He's actually bipolar.
I have no idea.
I
He
hope
must
so.
be.
If you're saying it.
Yeah, jeez.
Just him holding the card all like the Cultaholic Heavyweight Championship. Fantastic.
Shades of when Rusev took the monitor from the announce table,
Declared himself the new TV champion.
which was also against Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Or when Brock Lesnar took that other car door and threw it at a child.
Yes!
Oh,
That's
yeah.
returned face, I remember.
Wee!
He hit a kid.
Me and my mate were messing about once at school at lunchtime, and he bowled me a very slow ball in cricket. When I had a cricket bat, and he said, "Don't hit it high, though." I was like, "No, it won't." And I accidentally hit it high, and it went towards my English teacher's classroom window. And I remember just the feet. That must have been how Brock felt in midair as it was. It didn't go through the window, but that horrible moment was. I imagine that's how Brock felt. Or did he not care?
They went,
He
wait.
don't give an S about your kids.
No, yeah, that is very true.
He went, wait, I'm Brock. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him some money.
I'll eat your child.
Rick Boogs
I've had
and
a horrible vision of Brock Lesnar butchering a child with his butcher knife.
No,
Just
like
let that manifest there for a second.
what's that old painting of one of the old gods eating his kid?
Oh, Kronos.
Yeah, Cronus.
Ian Zeus and all them.
He's got a little cowboy
And
hat.
then they burst out of his head or something. Greek mythology was mad.
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what isn't awesome? Rick Boogs and
Oh,
Nakamura
shut up.
beat Los Lotharios.
There's more Rick Boogs and
I'm
Nakamura
surprised
later
these
on.
two dared follow that segment with him wrecking the car door after seeing what Brock does to those type of things with Boogs and Nakamura.
Oh, cars.
Brock couldn't have done it to the Tundra. Not happened to the
It's
Tundra.
Brock proof, yeah.
Boogs
different.
is the
Advertise it.
Boogs is the Michaels of this team, and Shinsuke Nakamura is the Marty Jannetty. What? Boogs is the one getting at the Boogs Cruise, or however Pat says it. It's all about Boogs.
There was another all-time moment when they were making their entrance. I don't know
on.
if you saw Pat on the announce table. Well, kind of on the announce table, humping Michael Cole's arm like a dog. Fantastic. Just in the tune of Nakamura's theme.
Oh,
and Rick Boogs
God.
shredding the guitar. But I love Boogs. Straight from the 80s. Everything about him is fantastic. The moves in the ring, doing the gorilla press like that. Doing the other thing he was doing with that thing. The audio
Do you
listeners are
think they'll win?
loving
Do
this.
you think they'll beat the Usos at WrestleMania?
If there's one team who should,
Yeah.
it's all those aboard the Boogs cruise.
Yeah, they're the only team getting a push at the minute.
True, very true. On SmackDown, at least.
Yeah.
The tag division on Raw is all right. The men's tag team division.
Oh, yeah, no, the Raw's tag division's mint, but on SmackDown,
Aye.
it's these two, Lotharios and Vikings.
Yeah, I'm surprised Pat had any energy left because I follow him primarily for the wrestling stuff, but apparently it's been a mad week in the NFL offseason with teams doing trades, players, big players moving about and stuff. And Pat's been as excited in each update as the previous one. So I'm surprised he's got any energy left. I don't know how he does it. He's like Tom Campbell. Just
Yeah.
loves it.
Yeah, the American Tom Campbell.
Yeah.
That's Big Pat McAfee.
Oh God, if they met, what would happen?
Universe of Dent.
Yeah.
Just swallow each other.
Play that Spider-Man meme with two lads pointing.
Look, what was your bear called again? Juan?
Juan Cardido
Juan-
or something?
That could be the third member of the Lethal Lotharians. Oh. The Lethal Lovers, whatever the hell they're
Oh yeah,
called
they're
these
not the
days.
Lost Authorities anymore, are they? Yeah.
Lethal Lovers.
Like Lethal
Why?
Lovers.
Just because his name fits.
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh. A sexy bear.
Sexy bear.
What?
Take
Are
your
we talking
food.
about Tom or Pat?
He'll take your food, then he'll take your wife on the kiss cam.
Yeah. He'll come back and see if you've made any more food.
Imagine if your wife left you for a bear. Not like the body type, an actual bear.
An actual
That'd
bear?
be weird, wouldn't it? Saw a thing on Reddit once where a guy's girlfriend left him because she was talking to people on Discord and they all convinced that they were all cats. And she left her boyfriend to go and be with the cat people. It turned out it was a sex thing. So but they all pretended they were cats, yeah.
So,
that was
Boogs
a
and Nakamura looking good.
Something like that. He thought that was good content, right?
He was one of the cats.
Drew McIntyre teams up with the Viking Raiders to beat Happy Corbin, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky. So, actually, yeah, maybe we should talk about that Discord thing instead.
I'm
More
not
interested in
looking
this.
forward to this match at WrestleMania.
Why would you be?
Right.
Well, because
You tried, Ross. You tried.
I'm just still reeling from Happy Corbin not finding Madcap Moss's joke funny.
Oh, well, it was
wasn't-
about, but it was
wasn't
about,
amused.
it was about him though.
Yeah, what would you call a bad episode of Happy Talk? Nappy Talk.
I mean, that was a bad one that week.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they wear. That's my most looking forward to see what Corbin and Moss wear at WrestleMania. That's about it.
a Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin WrestleMania entrance.
Oh.
Where they both fall out of a fruit machine. Like the New Day.
Yeah.
Straight out the bottom into the ring.
the tray.
What do we say about this match? They did a great job of making sure Happy Corbin and Drew McIntyre didn't touch.
Yeah.
Building the anticipation
for
this matchup at WrestleMania. And the match was so good, I've got here, it prompted Shane Helms to tweet, who, of course, I think he's still a WWE producer behind the scenes. I don't know what show he works for. Maybe Raw, I don't know. One of these days, Shanky Mania is going to run wild. And I could not agree with him less. Obviously, he was being sarcastic, but I thought we should... Why? Does he still work for them? I'm sure he does. He was in Saudi Arabia when they were there. Unless he just went for a holiday.
He's on holiday, yeah.
It's hard to keep track of the agent stuff. It's all changed.
Well, that was the big news we missed from the week. The fact that Vince McMahon refuses to call Pete A. Williams Pete A. He has to call him Pete or Peter.
I love the bubble. Swear to God. No, it's my name. Your name is Pete.
No, Ross, you can't say that. You change everyone's names in the office. Call Aiden Aid.
I just report the news.
You call Fraser Phrase. You call Andrew Andy every time.
Hey, little Andy.
You do the opposite of Vince.
They hate it though.
Aye, I know.
Get under their skin. Make them stay awake at night.
Do you think this man's doing that to show his alpha dominance, to prove A, that he's not actually dead, and B, just go, I wonder if I can take a Canadian destroyer.
I don't know what outlet it was who reported this as news. I don't think it's much of anything to do about nothing. He's calling him Pete or Peter. It's basically the same as his name anyway. Who cares?
Again, it's just that alpha thing. Vince McMahon would be great in prison. Doesn't matter how many there are, they'd be able to just be like, yeah, whatever.
He would fight them all in prison though. He wouldn't give a hoot.
But yeah, you would. He'd get the respect.
He wouldn't mind, but he'd be up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine sharing a bunk with Vince McMahon.
No.
Yeah. He'd be like, tell your fist to stay away from my face. Sami Zayn blames Johnny Knoxville for costing him the IC title and says that he wants their match at WrestleMania to be anything goes.
Anything goes.
And Knoxville's
he didn't say
like-
no DQ. He said anything goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Anything goes. Later says, Knoxville says, yeah, that's great for me. I can't believe you wrestle. Fantastic. I'll get Steve-O come in.
He's playing into Knoxville's wheelhouse. He's fearless. He should have had him in like an Iron Man or a submission match or something.
Yeah. He's living in the porta potty inside his head rent free or whatever.
I think Knoxville should be a full-time wrestling manager. It was another 80s promo. I'm big on the 80s vibe at the minute in professional wrestling. I accept Schnookums. A lovely throwback line to somewhere, at some part, I don't know. And he said he got knocked out by a lucky punch by Butterbean as well. Just a lucky punch.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I love it. Will he make an appearance?
Butterbean.
Yeah.
Imagine if Sammy
Oh
whacked
my
out Butterbean.
God.
Is he still healthy?
I don't know, he
but
had
if it's
some-
anything goes, it's alright for him accepting all his mobility scooters. And just
he had him
run
on-
into his arm.
He did have health issues, didn't he?
He couldn't walk around because he's,
Damn it.
Maybe
A
they'll
lot
do
of
that.
views.
You know that thing where they had the giant hand that came around the corner and
Yeah.
slapped him down, just a boxing glove, and then at the end of the
Oh,
boxing
no.
glove is Butterbean.
Yes.
Oh my God, is this match going to just be them running around backstage and Knoxville leading Zayn into traps?
I hope
I
so.
bloody hope so. Yeah.
Really? Okay, fair enough.
Dude,
yeah.
if you said that a few months ago, maybe you said this podcast, it'd be like, oh, come on, Sami Zayn's better than this. But Knoxville's been so good. And Jackass Forever was such a good film. I'm like, yeah.
I've still not seen it.
I hope it
I
involves Zach.
can't
Ass.
recommend it enough.
I hope Zach Ass
Yeah.
gets his WrestleMania moment.
Yep.
I might need you or someone to help me if the new cast members arrive for my What Happened That video. Because I'll just look on Twitter, people will say. But,
Yeah.
but I don't know any of the new cast.
All of
know-
them
you'll
have
know.
Twitter.
What?
I think maybe Zach Ass has one.
Zach Ass has got
He
Twitter.
has one of those ones where you have to like
Tweet him.
ask to
Was that
follow
you?
it. By the way, it started to bother you, mate. Was that you, WrestleMania? Rhea Ripley and Liv
If you could
Morgan
reply before the end of the show, that would be really handy.
take on Sasha Banks and Naomi. But the match is interrupted. Wouldn't it be great if you went, I bought backup. It's Dirty Sanchez. Ended up by Natalia and
What are
Shayna
they
Baszler.
doing these days? There's a question.
They just got old, didn't they?
Still being like
Pizza van? I don't know.
the university freshers going like, oh, yeah,
Oh my God! For anybody watching, that was the name of like the
Oh, God,
British
yes,
Jack.
Double
The
Entendre,
that was
wasn't
the
it?
British
Oh,
Jackass.
Well, barely a double entendre, but
they're just a group of Welsh lads doing.
Yeah.
Well, not as good, Jackass.
More
a
you,
different
pain.
style.
Pain.
more like your you kind of do it yourself, Jack. Well,
Yeah.
Staplers.
Yeah.
What were they called on Balls of Steel?
Pain Men.
The
I
Pain
think.
Men, was that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It wasn't very clever. I liked the was it Alex Zane's Brain Game or whatever when he do a quiz show? And,
I couldn't stand Alex Zane.
Oh, a bit too smug.
Yeah, just like
Very smug.
He was very Channel 4 indie music of that era,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan take on Sasha Banks and Naomi, but the match is interrupted by Natalya and Shayna Baszler for a no contest. Natalya and Shayna beat both teams down with the help of Carmella and Queen Zelina. Sonya Deville later adds Natalya and Shayna to the WrestleMania tag title match, making it a 4-way.
Now, this was fantastic because Natalya and Shayna got themselves on the WrestleMania card by interfering in this matchup. Whereas we've got the same bosses working for Raw as well, where Seth Rollins does not have a road to WrestleMania. And these two lasses, on the totem pole, you would assume they're a bit lower down than Seth Rollins.
I would, because on totem poles, the lower you are, the more you're worth. Contrary to popular opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of
No.
town.
It's one of these misquoted things. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Right? I was surprised as well.
Bloody hell.
Well,
Everyone
the
thinks,
other way
no, the
around.
guy
then.
at the top, they're like, no. That's
The
not what they
lower
did.
you are.
I think people
That
do it now
makes
because
no
everyone thinks,
sense.
Get closer to the Sharks then.
so close to the Sharks.
Or the fire
Yeah,
or whatever's
yeah.
around it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it because you're like holding up the community?
Maybe there's a really good, legitimate reason for that, but all I've been told is
Richard.
things you say. Please Google this.
Just about it.
That's what I've been told. It would be great if I'm proved completely.
But I just thought it was like, it was a bit bollocks, that storytelling, when we got that one big angle on Raw. Rollins having no road to
I mean, you
WrestleMania,
are right, yeah,
but these
get
two
rid of
lasses can just interfere in a match and get on there. The lower, the better.
The background is good questions from the yes. Low on the totem pole is actually a good thing, reserved the most honoured carvings. Saying that someone is pretty low on the totem pole is a compliment. No way of saying they're low rank. That's a question it's asking. And so we're going to scroll down and see if someone agrees. 5 answers. The phrase is indicative of the most common belief of ordering importance, that the higher figures on the pole are more important and prestigious. A counter-argument frequently heard is figures are arranged in a reverse hierarchy style. Actually, among Native Americans, there have never been any restrictions on vertical order. Oh, so some do and some don't. So everyone's wrong.
Oh, so
All
that
right.
answer
I've
came
just
from
seen-
the essential character there. You see.
I've just seen one that says that the bottom is sometimes better carved than the top. And then therefore you.
So there wasn't any rules there. But I think, well,
Anyway.
we're both wrong.
This match would not have looked out of place on the WrestleMania card. I thought it was good, really good.
It was good. It was. But I don't
Oh, no,
know.
this match, yes. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, this was a really good match.
Because I watched the YouTube highlights of this one. And in the comments, the top comment was like, this has reinvigorated my faith in women's wrestling in WWE. And I was like, no, get lost. And then I watched it. I was like, oh,
Right,
hang on. Yeah, fair enough.
I heard people battling on. I went, some of these stands are ridiculous. And I watched it. It goes, oh, no, this not only was this a good match, but the crowd was really into it as well.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect mix.
I know it's the point, but it's just the fact they do it all the time when they give you something good like this match. They always end it with a DQ.
Yeah.
I know it's their heels and whatnot, but it's always like, just leave you with a bit extra sour taste in the mouth. More than Chuckleberry.
But Ross, you'll have to stay tuned and watch WrestleMania to get a conclusive finish then, won't you?
Who's winning that match?
I reckon it's Sasha get a win.
If it's anything like last year, the weather.
It's either Sasha and Naomi or Liv and Rhea. I think it might be Liv and Rhea.
Liv and Rhea's got more of a chance because
Liv and the Rhea Loca.
That's not I was about to say their official tag team name.
What a name.
It's not as good as that. It's Liv for Brutality.
Yeah, it is.
I was going to live with brutality I've got. I think Banks should keep that like losing streak going. She'll go win it back in a tag match.
Oh, do they know about it though? Do they care about it, WWE?
I don't
To
know.
put on Twitter enough.
Is that not BT Sport though?
Yeah.
That-
Not
Oh,
care
Or
about
just
that.
loose cannons.
That's
just
their own separate bubble.
Oh yeah.
Big Pat McAfee's summoned to Vince McMahon's office. He tells him. After an advert break, Pat heads back to the ring and cuts a promo about his love of WWE.
Was it though? Never
it says
mentioned
here.
it. Never mentioned it by name, did he? He was like pro wrestling on a Monday night. Therefore, I've worked out that he's a WCW kid, and he just didn't want to say it.
I thought we were going to go for the TNA circa 2010.
So yeah, but he's from Pittsburgh, which I'm not sure if that's like WWF territory or WCW territory. It's kind of in the middle, and I don't know.
It's wrestling area, that really. They're just mad for it.
Amateur wrestling. Kurt Angle.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they booed him when he made his debut, and he was shocked.
Ooh.
You remember sorry,
Not in
that Angle being like,
Pittsburgh.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist, American hero. They'll love me.
they love me. They're not going to boo. Oh, Vince, they're not going to boo me. Honest, I'll go out and try. Hey, it's me, Kurt. Olympic. Boo! I can't believe they booed me.
Pittsburgh must be in the mid. I guess Pennsylvania counts more of the north than the south. What, the Mason-Dixie line is it called? I don't know.
No, that's way northern of the Mason-Dixie line.
Is it? Oh, fair enough.
Separates
fair
the
enough.
country.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. If you're from Pennsylvania, let us know.
Austin Theory smugly interrupts, and Pat admits that Vince told him to apologize to Theory or lose his WrestleMania match.
God's sake.
Pat says he's sorry. That's nice of him to say. So, that Theory is such a punk bitch.
And many other things.
Yeah. Yeah, we know about
No,
some
he
of them.
said there were theories. Many other things.
Theory laughs it off and takes a selfie before shoving Pat and then heading back to the back.
Weird segment, man. I didn't like it.
I love the
He's not
setup,
very
mate.
facey. Oh, go on.
I love the way he was
Way.
summoned mid-show. It was a different feeling. It felt real to me.
Like the head teacher wants to say.
Aye.
Oh.
I like that part.
Yeah, but I hate this. They did it with Becky and Kofi. I hate this thing where if someone gets a bit of steam heading into WrestleMania, the McMahons have to step in and they have to apologize to them to keep their match or whatever. Why? What's the point? Actually, it kind of makes more sense this time, doesn't it? Because Austin Theory's Vince's guy, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vince has got a weird relationship with Austin Theory.
I know. I
We need
don't
to
really
work this
understand.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, they love us.
I'm just checking to see if Pittsburgh's actually above the Mason-Dixie line. Apparently it goes through downtown Pittsburgh, so yes.
Okay.
Phew.
Oh.
I thought it was way further down than that, so it's just what I know. But yes, it's weird because I thought this was a flat-out easy Pat's the big face dude.
Yeah.
But after this, I'm like,
It lowered my expectations. It didn't get me more excited.
I don't know who's going to win.
I think Theory will win. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point.
'Cause it's
well,
in
it
a-
surely has to be Pat because why was it benefit Theory to be
But
commentator Pat?
But they want to push Theory.
Why?
I mean,
Oh,
just
I
the
mean,
way
Because he's young,
just the way
Maffew.
that he was the last one in with Lesnar and stuff. And
That's their way of getting pushing him.
why are they?
You can take the
that's,
spirit
that's,
of
that's
F5.
the way they think they're pushing him by having
this
him,
is a
by having him,
push.
but having
Alright.
him with Vince and having him get chucked about by Brock Lesnar. That is their way of
That's
pushing
their rub.
someone. That's what they think.
He's
is
been rubbed by Vince. He's been rubbed by Brock.
Brock should literally rub him like
That's
a
what
sponge.
That's what they think a push is.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's mixing up with the big dogs.
Yeah.
Now he's in there with Pat.
getting eaten alive by
Who's
all the
gonna
big
win?
dogs.
I think Theory will win. I don't
Would it
know.
play a part? Where did Pat play football?
When did he play football?
Who did he play for?
Oh, the Indianapolis Colts.
What's their relationship with Dallas, Texas, the Cowboys?
They probably don't like each other.
Austin Theory will win.
I don't think they'll boo Pat.
Big baby face win for Austin Theory.
Pat McAfee was his role in the team was a punter. He would punt the ball.
He would walk on, kick the ball,
Yes.
and then walk off.
And now he's a
But-
punter for WWE.
Yeah. But he once was presenting like the Hall of Fame or something, the NFL Hall of Fame in a different town that didn't like him. And he was like, hey, you might not recognize me. I was the punter, but because he was saying the punter's only used if you need to kick the ball away, if you're not doing very well. And he basically was saying like, we always hammered you. And I was like, oh, he's got a bit about him. And this was just when he was starting to get into wrestling. I was like, go on, Pat. Go on.
Yeah, it's him appearing on like an IWA Deep South show, I think. He takes a bump off, I think it's some really low down, I think it's War Pig.
War Pig.
I swear that's the name of
Is
the
that what
guy. I'll
MJF
tell
was
you that
calling
during the
Wardlow
break.
in the War
Where we at?
Pig?
Sorry, Donna's getting in the way of Pug. Wow, I'm thinking about pigs. Rick Boogs and Nakamura
Yes.
take on, easy for me to say,
Pig
the all-new
pigs.
Toyota Tundra, leave me alone, up in the woods for some mountain biking.
Oh, yeah.
Later, they make a campfire and reminisce about the great times they had with the all-new Toyota Tundra. Boogs says he doesn't want to give the keys back, but Nakamura doesn't think their friends at Toyota would be too happy about that. Boog says that the good people at Toyota will surely understand and plays a sick guitar solo before a bear says, I've had enough of this and eats both of them.
This is a fantastic segment.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I was, you know, when you get to one end of a series you've been very much invested in,
Yeah.
and you realise it's coming to an end, and have that little somber scene at the end where all the main characters are sat around just reminiscing. It was like, because he says like all good things must come to an end, but at least he's kept the key, so the WrestleMania entrance is still on. I can't wait to see the Tundra fly down that WrestleMania ramp.
Oh,
Not even
Yeah,
joking.
me too, but it's not the ramp to the ring, it's the ramp up the side.
I love this as well because it was like Von and Kyle, but not weird.
oh, shut
It was just wholesome. Two friends in their Tundra
Oh, yeah. How is this any different to Von and Kyle?
because they're not strange.
Okay. They are strange, but in a more accessible way.
when he tried to turn on Kyle, and Kyle's like, yeah, I know you're going to do it, and ducked it and beat him up instead.
That's a push. That's WWE's idea of a
That
push.
was the best.
Yeah. Kyle rocked up to a mountain biking day with his mountain bike, and Von says, "You don't need that where we're going." And then off they went up the hill carrying logs. I still can't get my head around that.
That was, in hindsight, similar to Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez at the adventure park.
Oh, Taz is like furious. I can't believe that we did one reference to bikes 6 weeks ago. Anyway. Ridge Holland beats Kofi Kingston after interference from Sheamus and Butch.
Yeah, big Butch.
That son of a bitch.
Big Butch.
That son of a bitch.
Son of a Butch.
Son of a Butch. He got involved again.
Oh, man.
Why, yeah, yada.
What is the character that he's doing where he can't help but just attack people?
Well, he's just a bit mad, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
doesn't
from
know any
Birmingham.
different. Yeah.
I don't.
He can't control his narrative.
Go on, steady yourself. What a family.
He does look a bit, yeah,
Chimney
Dickensian, yeah. Yeah.
Imagine if he starts speaking, he's like, all right there.
What day is it, sir? Today is Christmas Day.
All right there, Mr. Sheamus. Could I have a rise on my pie, please?
He sounds more like Jack Grealish, though. All right there, mate. Yeah. All signed for City.
Charlotte Flair cuts a promo and says that her legacy is bigger than Ronda Rousey's. Ronda will go home and have another baby after losing at WrestleMania, but Charlotte will be here week after week after week because she has passion for 1, 2, 3. This business.
The business of wrestling.
That's right. Ronda arrives and puts Charlotte in the ankle lock, but Charlotte hits her with a kendo stick and slams her through the announce table to end the show in a segment that looked good on paper, but the way they edited it, the epilepsy got in the way of me enjoying this.
Ross showed me a video of Charlotte at a wedding with Andrade this week. Was that you?
Never loses, yeah. She never loses.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old tossing the bouquet over their head. She caught it, didn't she?
Yeah, she won.
Was she talking to the flower like, right, flower, I'm going to grab you at the end of this match?
No, but I'm sure Eye of the Tiger starts playing as she,
Yeah.
Gosh, she gets it out the air, so she never loses at all. But
She was like a foot taller than all of the other women in there. She was just
Oh, right.
yeah, I'll have that.
clearly the only proper athlete there.
Yeah.
But no, after this,
like she was going for a header in the box.
but this segment told me that they just need to stop speaking, these two. Just let them batter each other all the time, and it'll be a lot more palatable. Palatable?
so.
Just a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when they batter each other, it's good. But when they're talking, it's just nothing.
Plus, they've, you're right, because they've stopped all references to, I've never tapped out,
Good,
or
yeah.
I'll make you tap out the first time in 2 years. They're just like, you know what, whatever, screw you and your baby.
Do you reckon they're building to Ronda potentially tapping outright at WrestleMania?
Go on.
'Cause
No.
it's been 2 weeks now where she's been locked into submission, but she's not tapped. Do you reckon Charlotte will lock her in a 45-minute figure eight, and eventually she'll tap for the first time in her life? Or
And
whatever?
she'll do the Steve Austin thing against like Bret Hart.
Charlotte's got a history of winning matches at Mania that nobody expects, like Asuka and Rhea, the one against Rhea as well.
Oh, what a mistake
I know.
that was.
And now
Yeah, let's keep the streak going, yeah. Another mistake, why not?
this would be the biggest surprise of all three, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Asuka one was both the other ones were quite shocking as well. But this
I
would be
predicted the Asuka one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Really clever.
Well done.
Cheers.
I predicted. I remember the one I was proud of was predicting that Shane would beat the Miz in that false count, which he did by taking a superplex off a thing and just landing on top. Yeah.
Again, the only thing I remember getting right that I had no right to get right was Jack Swagger winning Money in the Bank.
Oh,
Because I
nice.
liked him on ECW.
Nice.
And he won. I went, I can't believe it. I know everything about
He was
wrestling.
really excited.
And he had such a great reign.
The one I was most proud of was it was just a tweet, and it was the Raw after Survivor Series when Raw had done really badly. It was the one with NXT, SmackDown,
yeah.
and Raw. And I said, can't wait for Seth Rollins' town hall meeting to wonder why. It was with like a bit bad babyface Seth Rollins, and he did exactly that. And I woke up the next day, I might have still been away, and the notifications were just everyone was like, "What?" And I was like, "Look at me." But it was just a pure guess. Bloody babyface Seth.
Well done. It's
Wasn't-
me. It's
wasn't
It's
great.
Jack the Jobby. Well done.
It wasn't Jack Jobby.
Choppy.
Jobby means poo in Scottish.
Oh, does it? AEW Rampage. Darby Allin beats the Butcher via count out after a coffin drop to the outside.
I'm glad that was a good finish. I'm glad he didn't beat him. I'm glad he didn't pin him. Yeah.
Likewise, the AFO try to beat down Darby afterwards, but the Hardys make the save and challenge the AFO to an 8-man tornado tag match on Dynamite.
I'm sure that'll be a safe and fun match.
Yeah,
Well, it was fun.
certainly was. And I like Darby Allin versus Butcher. I like seeing the Butcher. I just like looking at him and going, wow. No other wrestler looks like him.
And that's why he should be the world champion.
Yeah.
My God. I've said it a million times. Imagine sitting across the bar from him. You'd cack yourself, wouldn't you? Cack your pants. But I love the Clash of
I
Styles.
would, even without coffee.
Aye.
But yeah, no, that
That thing he did with the power bomb into the club.
Yep.
Oh man, because you look at him early on, and you know he's not like he is a proper wrestler. But you know what I mean? He's not like how long's he been doing it?
like 4 or 5 years.
He was always a singer first. Well, not a guitar player first, and then a wrestler.
Yeah.
But it's clear he's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
and I
He
like
has
that.
to now. His band's died.
Oh.
So
He looks proper what you want a wrestler to look like. You know that Arn Anderson promo with the strategically placed muscle and all that. He looks like if the Butcher looks like if you ran at him full pelt and like leapt into him, you wouldn't move an inch. That's what I want in my wrestlers.
Just get lost in his mustache.
Yeah.
What a dense upper lip that is.
Yeah. And the fact that like his hair's like all the way back here and he's left it like thrown there, I'm like,
Oh, he looks mad.
anybody else looks like that, you're like, oh, look at this Raji. But him's like, oh.
It works for him.
Yeah. How
So,
does he have it just
we all
walking
fancy
around?
Butcher.
Does he tie it up?
I don't know.
I don't
He
know.
wears hats.
Have you tried getting him on the show?
Huh?
Have you tried to get him on Straight to Hell?
AEW person?
Yeah.
You must be joking.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to suck someone off to get some.
He thought about not saying it. He thought about not, and then just, no, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it, yeah.
Here's a clap for you.
If we need one, we can stay in, yeah.
We can't put that on. Can we have that?
It might have been.
I've tried so hard. And it's gonna happen, and it doesn't happen. It's just what do I need to do? What do I need to do?
Anyway.
It's gonna be like that bloody festival thing on Netflix. I'll be sat
Fyre
there.
Fest.
I'll be sat there in a
I know
chair
what
in
you're
a few
referring
years'
to,
time.
yes. Trying to get that water, yeah.
I'm not going to say who, but when Firefest was going on, I was in the office at What Culture at the time. And I was like, lads, have you seen this? And one person ridiculed me going, this isn't a big news story. Shut up, Jack. 2 documentaries made on it in subsequent months. I'm just saying. And he said his name. I'm just saying.
That's great. Speaking of that, it's coming to WrestleMania weekend. Next week's going to be the 3rd or 4th anniversary of the Blackcraft No Apology show.
What?
Oh, you don't follow that? The Black, because there's so many different wrestling companies. We're going to bring it off a tangent here, Bobby, quick. The Blackcraft, there's so many different indie companies coming to WrestleMania every year, and they think we'll make our fortune. Blackcraft was the one where everything went wrong.
Okay.
Because they took forever having chains instead of ropes, and they had to go back and changing it. Then they did a bit with the guy who played.
Chains instead of ropes?
Yep. And then they had the guy who played Pinhead in Hellraiser, Doug Bradley, do a bit where he gets killed, and they ran so far over time that the second half of the show, people win matches in seconds.
Oh, nice.
And then even with that, they did 2 title changes.
That's
one
mint.
a collective 10 seconds. They
That's
still
mint.
did a battle royal with people they've flown in to do this, and the owners of the building are switching the lights
I
on.
think
and
you
off.
mentioned- I remember
Get
that bit.
out! Get out!
I remember that bit.
Oh, I forgot all about it until someone tweeted this week. I can't confirm it on tonight, it's true, but someone said, remember back to the weekend where after that show, allegedly some of the Blackcraft people tried to dine and dash, but the waitress caught them and made them pay. And I got reminded about that going, oh my God, what a great show that was. Anyway, don't let's distract from the fact that Layla Hirsch faces Red Velvet, tries to use a turnbuckle again, but Chris Statlander stops her, allowing Red Velvet to pick up the win. So Layla Hirsch is like trying to get the victory now with the turnbuckle. Without that, she's like Popeye without the spinach.
Yeah.
I thought Red Velvet was very good in this match. Her selling, her flip-flop and flying made Layla Hirsch look devastating, as did the call of Taz, calling one of her suplexes dangerous, which I thought was great irony because of the news recently. Is it from Kurt Angle's podcast where it all stems from? Conrad going, a lot of people backstage said that Taz was dangerous, was he? And Kurt going, he wasn't, he was fine. So everyone started speaking about that Royal Rumble match again. He does the suplex to Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but dangerous.
Yeah.
Anything but dangerous, most basic.
Well, the story was apparently he did that suplex in that Royal Rumble match, and then everyone backstage, all the top stars, were like, I don't want to work with him, and that's where he died.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the backstage thing. Taz has said that match apparently says it's the one bit where not right. Oh, now because
apparently
Taz has said that's the bit that backstage brass or whatever he's put it, turned it back. I realize it was like everyone back like literally backstage.
Well,
People,
I think this is
wrestlers.
what the rumor,
but
and
not as
innuendo.
dangerous.
Yeah. Because apparently Taz likes to deadlift him by himself, but Kurt tried to work with him to try and jump
Oh, yeah,
with
because
him.
he was doing that in ECWs.
Yeah.
Speaking of mad suplexes, Richard Tubman showed me one he did when he was a teenager.
Oh, that's right. He did tell
Have you
us
seen
stuff.
it?
No, he's going to show me after this, hopefully.
How are Richard? Get it up
do
on
it
there, will
now.
I don't know how to get it.
You've not got it on yet.
phone.
Oh, you've not got it.
you? Just, we'll refocus the camera.
Can we do it next
phone in
week?
front of the camera.
Anyway,
What else about this match? Oh, yes, Chris Statlander got a new look.
because she's
she wears black now.
not
She's like
much of an alien anymore.
Ziggy Tomb Raider, I've called her.
Ziggy Tomb Raider.
She's got Lara Croft gear, and then she's got the thing on her face.
Yeah.
Ziggy Tomb Raider.
But it's all black gear though.
Yeah.
Because she's serious now.
Maybe
She's not
she's
booping anyone now.
member of the Shield.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of. I still find it hard to see her as a face after she said to Layla Hirsch, that's why your parents left you in that child.
That's what I mean. Now she's no more
orphanage.
Mrs. Good Alien. She's evil.
I'd argue Layla deserved that.
No.
for hitting her friend with a chair.
It's wrestling. Everyone's
She
friend.
hit her friend with a chair, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The House of Black easily beat Bear Country and Fuego del Sol in a 6-man squash.
Pretty much a squash.
Oh my God. Fuego del Sol's so good at getting beat up.
Yeah.
When Brody twatted him out the air, there's no other word for it. Twatted. Twatted. It was fantastic.
Yeah. They're
Good for him for being so small.
I'm really enjoying them.
And give him for Bear Country. Hey, you keep away from those biscuits. Did a good job as well of getting suplexed.
I'm really enjoying them as a trio, the House of Black. Because they all do slightly different roles in the team. You've got your heavy, you've got your leader, you've got your fast man.
Australian.
Yeah. And they're the 3 tropes that you really need.
And those are the 3 people that will serve you at CEX to try and trade something in. But you need some more tattoos to fit in.
Yeah.
And then Keith Lee beats Max Caster in the main event, but then gets attacked by Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs afterwards. Shane Strickland makes a save and stands tall with Keith to end the show.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But
Salutations, my friend.
NXT.
Oh, yeah. All the tweets about Keith Lee being amazing.
Why is Keith Lee getting picked on for being a nerd when like 85% of wrestlers these days are nerds? It's not very nice.
It's not 'cause he's a
eloquent.
nerd. Is it not just because he speaks like this?
But there's a lot of ones that
Keith Lee.
there's a lot of ones that are like Keith Lee looks like he reads texts with tiny reading glasses on the end of his nose. Stuff like that.
The one I like, the one that stands out is Keith Lee looks like he reads murder novel mysteries, and at the end it's like, oh, I thought as much.
There's one that was like Keith Lee looks like when he snores he makes that me. Is it because he's a huge intimidating guy? But then he turns out he's very polite and well spoken. Is that the juxtaposition?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
So great.
Cass did not take them seriously though at the start of the match. I thought was weird.
A bad strategic decision, you've got to say.
Yes, but he soon realised he had his comeuppance
Absolutely.
via Keith Lee.
Oh, that's right. Keith Lee commentating his own match. Yes, that's got what you were doing there.
Oh my god, I want a DVD released with Keith Lee directed commentary over all of his matches. I suspected my opponent would be hiding under the apron, and so I was proven right.
I picked up that scallywag via the haunches. Via the haunches? What the fuck?
Haunches.
What the friend?
What the fuego del sol was that, eh?
Oh.
Salutations.
It's actually the second time that's happened in this podcast, but we cunningly cut it out last time.
That's
Right now,
right.
yeah.
Sorry, because Keith Lee answered the phone on the other bit and went, ahoy, hoy. Monday Night Raw. Stone Cold's music hits the open of the show.
Whoa.
And because the crowd, they're going, yay!
I felt so bad. I felt
cunning disguise.
I felt so bad for one little kid. Was so excited, he was nearly in tears.
Fantastic.
And
No,
then
it's
Brock
so
threw a
sad,
door at him.
man.
He insults the crowd until the glass shatters again. Same kids. Yay! This time it's there.
Not just the kids. Not just the kids.
Bully Ray's
grown
like,
men.
yeah, the heat. Oh, go on, Kevin. Wanking himself silly, the weird owl. Owl was fun.
God, you are powered up today.
I had a carabao before I came down. Hey.
Take a caribou. Owens gets a ringside crew member to throw him a beer, but drops it. He brings him into the ring and hits the clearly indie worker a stunner.
Yeah, the guy went, wow.
Yeah, dude, and getting in, you can tell with the mannerisms and stuff. It's anyway.
Well, he got in. No, he
that's
got in
fine.
wrong on purpose to try and disguise
he
the fact that he was a wrestler. Because Owens even went, that's a weird way of getting in the ring. But it was still, he didn't make enough of a meal of it.
Yeah. Anyway,
You've been in the ring before, like us, brother. You've been in the
don't
ring.
brag.
How do you find getting through the ropes?
Awful.
Which way do you go?
I'll go the bottom one.
Do you?
I'm only 5'7". I have to go through the bottom one.
How do you do it?
I went middle, me, but very slowly.
Did you go forwards or did you
Bend forwards, yeah.
I do the I'm on the apron now.
He does the Melina.
I do the yeah. I do the cane, hook the back of the rope. And, no, I do the leg through, step under, the leg out. But you've always got to lift your leg higher than you think.
Right, that's the thing that got me, because anything other than the bottom rope, like I said, me trying to do the travelator on the gladiators, so it's leaving.
How do you get off the apron?
A scared little jump.
Because I never used to try and bend down in case I fell off, so I used to try and jump straight from there, just like stood up and jump really high.
When no one, when
Really,
I,
I land on my ass and then land.
I hope no one was watching once, but when I think no one was watching, I did as if I was making my entrance, the run and then one knee on the apron, turn, grab the ropes. It's quite hard, but it feels like you're really cool. I was like, ooh.
You know, we used to have to take our shoes off to get in the ring.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because the mat is sacred. I'm not entirely sure because the mat was filthy anyway.
I was.
The mat is filthy.
There used to be people like who's like got VIP tickets and they're like, oh, do you want to come and take a picture with us in the ring? They're like, okay then. Well, take your shoes off first though.
Why?
People are going to be bleeding all over them.
Yeah, you don't want your feet to get hair. Anyway.
This segment though.
Right, what are your thoughts?
An all-timer.
An all-timer?
An all-timer. Both the opening weeks, like the segments of SmackDown and Raw this week were the best they've been for years. I thought they hit all the right notes perfectly.
Yeah, it was class.
Owens with his little references.
Right.
The lights are on, but there's no one home. Is there anyone home? Yeah. Just like Stone Cold would do. Yeah. Fantastic. And there was a granny in the crowd losing her bananas at Kevin Owens dressed as Stone Cold. And he knows something's worked when a granny is going mad at someone.
Yeah.
Up the grannies.
Up the grannies. So
I feel Jack disagrees with me.
No, I totally agree. No, I thought it was really, really good as well. I don't really have anything to add. I think, yeah.
See, I'm a game of two halves because on one half it was done very well. It got the exact reaction out of the crowd, even just doing the HBK at Montreal. He's here. No, he isn't. Thing fantastic, but at the same time, it is just like this is Kevin Owens hyping up his WrestleMania program with Steve Austin by doing the things we're dressing up. You never saw Stone Cold dressing up as Bruno. Don't remember any of those segments.
Oh, so you're
Don't
commenting
remember
more...
The Rock dressing up as Billy Graham.
You're
Nothing like that. We've always got to go back to this one period at the expense of the people that we have every bloody week.
You're commenting on this as more of a state of the business kind of thing rather than as the feud itself.
I think you're looking at both ends because, yeah, it was very well done, but it's still, wow, to build up this, it's just going to be Austin doing his thing.
It was a
and
troll
it's going to
job,
have a gigantic explosion and the crowd going,
It's just a massive troll job. I thought it fit the narrative of the feud very well.
Right.
So I don't like that stuff where it's like Halloween, so everyone dresses up as their favorite superstar from the past.
Yeah.
I don't know, you see, like maybe Kevin Owens dressed as Stone Cold just because it's Halloween. But I thought in terms of this, I thought it was very good.
I think Maffew's saying that this feud shouldn't exist in the first place. They should have built more stars and be proud of their own
or
era.
have Pat McAfee do it or something. Just someone who's not Kevin Bleeding Owens.
Yeah.
This is Stone Cold's return match. And I say match.
It's not a match.
Yeah, I say it on purpose.
It's not a match.
I say it's a match. Because I watched the little clip from the Rich Eisen show this week. Stone Cold, Rich Eisen?
Is he a
podcaster?
Is he the NBA guy or the NFL guy? I think he's
no
NBA.
idea.
Basketball man.
A sport.
Rich Eisen, the NFL guy,
The
the
hockey
NBA
dude.
guy? Come on, Jack.
Fan of cats. He was... Austin was on there and he was speaking as if this return to the ring was going to be a match and how he's been getting his conditioning right, how he's been getting back into in-ring shape and all that sort of stuff. So Austin himself was speaking exactly like it's going to be a match.
I feel like
so he's selling it. A natural-born salesman saying, I'm going to be in shape.
No,
but what is going to be a, damn, you drink, I drink.
You are very
But
pessimistic about this,
we're acting
Maffew.
like Austin died and went back to his home planet after 03. We've had this.
By the way.
We've had Austin's return and do the stunning
Not for
thing
a
about
match.
800 times now.
No, this is different. This is WrestleMania.
With The Miz, with Santino, with
Also, by the way,
Carlito, and everybody else.
Also, by the way, we've got an update on the Fraser Porter argument, the Fraser Porter conundrum. So
Another one.
So it seemed like we lost, and
that thing, right.
the Undertaker was more well known to non-wrestling fans than Stone Cold.
Oh, is this after True Geordie's podcast?
Well, now he is, but this was before.
I see.
Now he's claiming that Triple H is more well known to non-wrestling fans than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You have to be a wrestling fan to know Triple H.
I think so.
There's no dank memes surrounding
Right.
Triple H, is there? But there is a dank meme surrounding Stone Cold.
But Triple H is
Which
more.
one?
I don't know, Richard.
Triple H is more public facing now, but well, not right now, but like as the sort of the top guy in the company for so many years. But now, I think it's Austin still.
I'll accept defeat on the Undertaker one.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, but
Yeah, I think he was right. But on this one, no.
I hate
I thought like it was
admitting,
going to be a recurring segment where every week you have a Fraser bit.
I hate admitting the Fraser's right.
Why is that?
Just so young.
He's smug.
He's not lived. He doesn't know.
He's not lived.
He doesn't know. He's just a Ben.
He's really smug.
He's at that age where You think you're right about everything, and you just say, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you wait, you blink, and he'll be in control of this office in near time.
Hey, will he not?
I'll batter him. He's one of those, I don't know how old he is. Is he 23, 24?
Something like that. He's obviously an intelligent lad.
very intelligent.
But the arrogance of youth.
He cooks his own meals, right? He goes to
Sensible
Tesco.
lad.
He goes down the reduced aisle. He rustles up a restaurant quality risotto.
Looks fantastic, by the way.
That's right, you've told me, yeah.
You're
Send me
saying
pictures, Gustin,
this is a
yeah.
positive thing about him. This isn't
I know,
bad.
but it makes you sick, doesn't it? Because when I was his age,
Oh, aye.
I was eating £1 Iceland
Pot noodle.
microwave meals.
Yeah.
Making a pot noodle sandwich.
Yeah.
But why don't you learn from him? Old people can
Can't
learn
be
from young
arsed.
people.
Tired.
Oh, that's right, yeah, right, okay.
I wasted my youth. No, in 10 years, I'll be looking back at now and thinking, I thought I was old then. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only going to get older.
I know. Oh, it's bad, isn't it?
No.
Sorry, this has become quite existentialist.
It has, but we agreed that I was right about everything, so it's all right. The Mysterios take on those dirty dogs, but Seth Rollins interrupts the match to demand a spot on the WrestleMania show.
Didn't get him there, though, did it? But it did for Shayna and Natalya.
Yeah, it did.
Bollocks.
Because they're worth more than Seth.
They're higher up. They're
'Cause
lower,
they're lower
on the totem pole. Yeah.
No, they're higher.
Yeah, yes, no, there you go, Ross,
No, they
thank you.
are actually lower because they got a match.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
but they're important. Yeah, literally.
Aye. How
Oh.
weird.
They're more well-crafted and they're more important.
This makeshift tag team that didn't exist a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
Not right.
yeah,
It's not the way.
yeah. So Seth's going to dress up as a Toyota, I imagine.
Meep, meep.
Yeah, the Toyota's it. Oh, it's Seth Rollins dressed as a car.
Imagine him making car sound effects out of the ring.
Dad, I thought... Oh, right, that was good. Then I thought you said the car was going to be here. I thought so too. The Mysterios win, but Miz attacks Ray afterwards and steals his mask. He explains that he did it for Logan Paul.
I did it for the
people.
Logan.
Who grew up as a big fan of Ray, who has now learned what a jerk he is. Meanwhile, backstage, Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, who were jerks themselves.
This is weird, right? Sorry, can we just gather ourselves before that? Because Pierce and DeVille were weird here.
They're weird every segment because they forget what they're supposed to be doing. Tell Seth that hijacking the show won't get him what he wants. They then completely change their minds and imply that maybe they can't give him an opportunity after all. Why is that? Well, because they haven't figured out how to sign Cody yet. Or whatever.
So
Whatever's happening there.
they go, Seth, what are you doing? Hijacking the match isn't going to get you a match. Now, Ross has pointed out they already are hypocrites because they did it on SmackDown and it worked. But now he's saying, they're both saying to Seth, you won't get what you want by doing that, but we might have something for you later on. So I'm like, well...
The worst written characters in wrestling.
They are terrible, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're supposed to fix all the problems and question marks. That's literally the idea of them. And all they do is create questions.
Do you remember when Adam Pearce would just come back and just sort out a problem right at the start?
Oh, I liked him then.
And it's all gone weird since.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. As for this,
Justice for Seth.
it was whatever. Don't really care about the tag match with Logan Paul or whatever, the silly bollocks. But I also don't like Ray just because of how hard his stuff is on 2K22.
Yeah, me and him were speaking about this before, right? The showcase, you played it?
No.
The showcase mode, the
It's a
Rey
great
Mysterio
idea,
one,
but-
you have to do 15 different things during this matchup, right? It's the first one on this child's video game. I got the 12 out of... I tried it 3 times, and the best I could do was 12 out of the 15.
Is it in a
'Cause
timer?
You're doing the Eddie Guerrero Ray match from Halloween Havoc
Okay.
97, and you have to do certain things, like they do the certain spots that happen in real life. So
Right.
one of them's like, you have to lay him on the ropes, but it didn't really describe how to put him on the ropes. So like him, I was Irish whipping at the corner and
Right.
like resting on
The
the ropes
ropes.
like that.
Yeah.
But it turns out you have to press L1 and get the L stick and move
Oh,
him
get
across
him on
the
the
ropes
side
and
of the
drape him.
side of the ropes.
It's so finicky, and you're trying so many times to do this one thing, and then Eddie Guerrero obviously hits a few moves because he's still good on the game and all that, and he ended up getting beat with like 3 things to do, and that's the first one.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. I've still not been able to do it.
Yeah.
The first
also,
one-
when you're getting, okay, I'm getting rhythm here, and it's like, whoosh, I remember this match with Eddie. It was so good. I'm like, shut up, Ray, shut up.
The first one should be like Hogan Andre or something.
Yeah.
Something slow.
What, Ray commentator? I remember slamming Andre the first time.
I was in Mexico with my hurt knee in
I
1987.
watched WrestleMania 3.
Oh, God.
Having a wee with my hurt knee.
Anyway, lads.
almost squashes Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz in the handicap
poor
match.
Commander Aziz, man. It's been a year almost to the day since he shockingly debuted at WrestleMania to help Apollo Crews win the IC title.
Oh God, that did
The
happen.
Nigerian drum fight.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Yeah, it was the Nigerian drum match. Yeah,
Sure, that's what it was
it
called.
was. Yeah,
Forgot it was called that.
Aye. That was the end of Big E's IC
And they
title
barely
reign.
used it, right?
Yeah, just round the side.
Yeah. Wasn't even a bit where he gets like his head and does the 10, but boom, boom, boom.
Oh, they didn't even do that
It was
spot.
like one bit.
I'll say
Anyway.
we stick a fork in Apollo and Aziz because they are done.
Oh, man.
How do you come back from this sort of feud? I mean, you can, obviously, but they won't.
I don't know.
By-
Got a NXT level up,
By
I imagine.
reaching for that brass ring and being different, but doing exactly what you're told at all times also.
I'll say this, though. Outside of that, last week they had a match, and I thought this is going to be the worst. It was actually very well done and solid big man match. All right, handicap match. Just do it again. Again, nice, pleasant surprise. It was not a disaster. So
Yeah.
fair play to all of them.
Rumours are
Go on.
that Omos's opponent at Mania is going to be Big Bobby Lashley.
I was going to say the rumors. On here, he said afterwards, I'm going to dominate anyone at WrestleMania.
Farouk. Come on.
Oh, that's all we need. No, somebody else from 98 to come and beat an upcoming.
Imagine
group,
if D'Lo Brown. Just get D'Lo Brown back, for goodness sake. I don't know, that was the head wiggle, but it came out with a noise as well. Wonderful.
Imagine if he secretly did that when he did it.
That's D'Lo Brown getting hit with a hammer by a cartoon mouse.
Almost, though, right? He does this big boot with eyes in the back of his head during this matchup, and it was nearly my move of the week, but it wasn't quite.
Oh.
I think it was on Apollo. It couldn't have been on Aziz. It's too hard to get your leg up, isn't it?
You know it was Apollo because you were going, Apollo! They got him. AJ Styles returns and talks about wanting revenge on Edge. Instead, gets interrupted by Seth, who laughs off the Cody chance.
He did it very smoothly, to be fair. He went, rumours are fun, but they don't make moments, and I'm after my moment right now. Straight into the promo. I was like, well done, Seth.
Ugh. Seth
Quoting
says that.
Fleetwood Mackey was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
What, the rumours?
Aye, famous song.
Yeah. Seth says that he's worried. It is a famous song.
Wait, rumours?
Wait, do you know the song he's talking about?
Hang
Album,
on.
innit?
Yeah, album.
Yeah.
Rumours. I was going to say, did he go his own way? I was trying to think what... Yeah, fair enough.
I know what you meant.
Aye, right.
Seth, I thought you were Jimmy like, Fleetwood Mac, who? I'm like, oh, God. Seth said that he's worried AJ isn't ready to come back to the ring yet and offers to face Edge at WrestleMania in his place. AJ says no, but Pierce and DeVille arrive to book a match between the two tonight with the winner getting Edge at Mania.
So why do they keep falling for this?
At the knee.
They fell for this last week.
We can't do this again on Raw this week.
Of course we are.
Is this the one, if this is the one where Cody comes out, then fair enough.
Yeah, who is left? Who's got a... Well, I mean, there's lots of matches at WrestleMania, but who's
Brock Lesnar,
Brock, if you lose this match to Seth Rollins.
who you've destroyed multiple times. Oh no, Seth's beaten Brock a few times actually. What am I talking about?
Oh, yeah, the Kingslayer.
He beat
Yeah,
him
he
at
is.
beat him at
The Beast
WrestMania.
Slayer.
Oh, yeah, aye.
The Kingslayer was
Yeah,
Triple
Triple
H,
H,
yeah.
yeah.
He beat him at WrestleMania 31, but what was he? I thought he
He
did.
He beat him at 5, sorry, yeah.
When he
when-
nearly fainted
first
on
match
the-
of the night.
Yeah, when he fainted during his entrance.
And he beat him at
God,
SummerSlam
aye.
when he promised us all that he'd win and then did.
Yeah. Thank you for
He's
reminding me of
better
those.
than Brock Lesnar. He can beat him.
Yeah.
There you go, Sonia and Adam, if you're watching. You pair of crooked bell ends. Hey? They can't do this again, though, for a third week because we're not buying it as fans, are we? Or are we?
It's just to get you there.
I know it
until
is, but other people out there
WrestleMania.
going, oh
It's
my
all
God.
right.
Other people going like, Seth could have a chance here. I better watch the end of Raw to see if he can do it.
No, I don't think. No.
That's a shame.
Well, some people, maybe some people, but I don't think people who watch this podcast will have thought that.
You know, I'm all right with this because you know what it is. It's just to fill time. It's all right.
Just
It's
have-
not that. It's not that harmless.
I know it's,
Phil.
none of it
Sorry.
is. We're just speaking words, aren't we, to make an entertaining podcast?
Oh God, yes. Sorry,
But
I forgot.
it's good that we're getting these good matches with Rollins. 'Cause
Aye.
that's 2 in 2 weeks now, but it's just the bollock stipulation. It just leaves a chuckleberry taste in your mouth once again.
They should do it some other way and goes, yeah, right now, Seth, you need to book your ideas up. If you don't, we've got your match, but it's you against, you know, it's Big Dick
Jackson
Johnson
Riker.
or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, even worse. Whoa, fate worse than death.
Is he still there? He's not there.
Riker's been released.
Has he?
Has he?
Could you verify?
Now that
please,
you've
Richard?
said, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he
Go
has,
on,
yeah.
Richard, please.
It's hard to keep up, isn't it?
No, I remember Riker because they were like, oh, finally.
Well, the other Forgotten Sons have.
Yeah, they got released before Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they did, of course.
Yeah, he was on amongst the last bunch, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad that none of you
Is he now going to control his narrative? He would fit.
I don't know what you
well,
mean, what
but-
you're referring about. Backstage, Queen Zelina thinks that Carmella isn't focusing on their title defense at WrestleMania. They get into a brawl. Afterwards, Natalya and Shayna
How can they
Baszler, who are
coexist?
higher up in the oh no,
No.
lower on the totem pole,
Yeah.
there you go, than Seth Rollins, face Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, while Carmella comes to ringside to complain to Corey Graves about the fight with Zelina and having sex and stuff. Natalya and
Whoa,
Shayna get the win.
Carmella and Corey were not the horniest couple in wrestling this week, but we'll get
Oh,
to that.
God. After the match, Zelina arrives and hits Rhea with her scepter. She and Carmella clear the ring and hug it out. Oh, clever people.
Was it all a ruse? I thought they genuinely
it's
fell
all a
out.
ruse,
Oh,
yeah.
damn it.
It was a dastardly plan.
Oh,
that
yeah, they were
worked.
buzzing, they were buzzing at the end where they were like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But
Great.
they gave away 2 weeks before their title defense.
I should have saved that for the match
Saved that for
itself.
the match itself. Yeah, that's not very clever of you. You dastardly heels.
Yeah.
I think Liv Morgan's getting really good at professional wrestling, me.
I think her in a
Yeah.
tag team's a good fit for her.
The turning point for me for Liv Morgan was when she took a sick bump off an apron once through a table, and I was like, hang on.
Oh, when she got like just bumped off it.
Oh, it was amazing.
Flew like a
Like Stephanie at WrestleMania 32.
bird.
Yeah. But no, and she's really good. And someone put up a compilation of Trish Stratus bumps over the top to the outside, which she took really well. She'd always hit the floor and do an extra little, as if she'd gone like hit it really hard. Liv Morgan's got a bit of that about her as well, because she's small and can get hoisted around. So fair play.
Got to speak about Raw commentator Jimmy. Insert last
Oh,
name here
Jimmy,
because I
man.
don't know Jimmy's last name. What's
Smith?
Jimmy's last Smith.
I don't know if it is or if
Jimmy
I'm just
Smith.
saying. Is it Smith?
Riker.
Jimmy Riker.
Right.
I love that you have to check these people's
Is it
names.
Smith?
It is Smith, yeah.
It's Smith. Are we not just saying that because it's like your standard name?
Jimmy
Carr.
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith. Jimmy
Yeah,
Smith.
it is, but someone else came up though.
Tom's had this issue as well where we just don't know what his name is, but it's Jimmy
No,
Smith.
he is the most
Try and remember.
nondescript, generic commentator.
He's the lead announcer.
That's what they want.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Is Byron the lead announcer, really?
He's the guy I pay attention to.
Yeah.
The master manipulator, Byron Saxton. No, it was Natty, right? And Shayna, right? You know, Natalia's a heart. I don't know if they made it that clear over the years.
What, really?
They do a heart attack, right? The tag
That's
team
right.
trying to move to the ancestors and whatnot. He called it an assisted clothesline.
Well, Jimmy's not a wrestling guy.
I don't care.
So why is he the commentator on Raw?
why is he in
yeah.
that role? Tom Phillips wouldn't have done that.
No.
No.
I miss
Brandon
Tom
Vink
Phillips.
wouldn't have done that.
He might have done.
You know, he
Adnan,
100% would have.
Adnan wouldn't have. Adnan would have done that.
And that
Adnan
but Tom
would.
Phillips wouldn't have. But that's why he's their loss is Impact's gain.
True.
Yeah. Sacrilege from Jimmy Smith. Nice of Jimmy.
I know you did. We learned that Becky Lynch's attack on Bianca Belair has left the challenger out of action for an unspecified amount of time. Becky cuts a promo and talks about selling out in exchange for success. She says that her time away from the ring made her desperate to become champion again, and that she'd sell out time and time again if meant keeping her belt.
So-
she was what profit the man.
It's
What-
really
Gain of the
unbelievable.
world.
What profit?
I thought, yeah, go on.
What profit?
What
makes
profit a man if
sells
What does
his-
it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's very good.
For this is everything I am. I am power. I am glory. I am the prize at the top of the mountain. An eye for an eye, a trot for a trot.
That's short for short.
I couldn't help it at the end
Nearly-
there. A trot for a trot.
Oh, you do it right. I see.
Irish accent,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought this was the best thing Becky's done in bleeding ages as far as promos go.
So a few comments saying she should have done this immediately after a heel turn. It should have been an explanation promo.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So this didn't maybe, this is one of the first time I didn't want to go, oh, come on, Becky, just turn. I'm sick of you pretend to be a bad guy and getting... Blah, blah, blah. This was like, oh, no, this is good.
this was good.
This was nice.
But it should have happened earlier.
I don't think they were going to get to be booed at
I
any
don't
point
think this
until now
segment
anyway.
was planned. Or was going to happen next week maybe. Because last week she said, next week, Bianca, I'm coming for your hair.
Oh, yeah.
But then Bianca wasn't
So
there.
this wasn't Collect's news section, but the way it said was in an unspecified amount of time made me think that's WWE speak for she's not actually that injudicious
Maybe,
storyline.
yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know that to be true.
But I don't think they would have teased
Hmm.
the thing last week if they thought she wasn't going to be here this week. So maybe it is a very minor thing. They're just making sure she's right for Mania. But yeah.
Is she quoting someone here then? Is that what she's doing? Or is
What
this-
profit the man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an ancient quote.
Is it?
I thought it was a biblical thing, to be honest with you, but I might be completely wrong
It's
there.
good, whatever it is.
Sounds like Roxette to me.
I've not heard that
Roxette.
before.
Aye, just like proper 80s power ballad stuff.
Sounds like Journey.
Yeah, where does the quote come from? Yeah, it is a Bible thing. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Up the Bibles.
If she did, if he should. Mark 8:36.
Nice. Right.
Book of Mark.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
From the podcast of Marks. Speaking of misquoting stuff, yeah, it was good seeing The Miz get Rey Mysterio's mask. And this is, I'll just say this because I put it on Twitter. I don't know why I'm even bringing it up now, but like he did the to be or not to be speech from Hamlet. I'm like, no, it's the last
Last Poor
Yorick.
Yorick,
Yeah.
yeah. When he's holding
but
the
apparently
skull.
Americans are like, no, that's a skull speech. I think all of Hamlet is just some guy holding a skull talking.
I thought Alas Poor Yorick was the skull speech.
It is. That's right. Miz got it wrong. And
Good.
Twitter was split on if Miz was just doing this because he's a bad actor who doesn't
Hamlet
realise.
Twitter exploded.
Shakespeare Twitter was aghast.
Let's all just agree that Roxette was a better wordsmith I'm just going to
Then
stop there.
Shakespeare.
Than Shakespeare.
Then Willie Shakes. No,
Willie Shakes, yeah.
no.
It must have been love, but it's over now.
Big Bill laid the foundation for modern literature. It doesn't matter.
Laid the foundation. Even the gesture for foundation being laid down. I like that, Jack. That was nice. By the way,
I'm in an excavator. Lay the foundation.
Veer is coming to the Raw after WrestleMania.
Oh, this really annoyed me, right? This
What?
Why spoil it, right? I know you want to get TV ratings and Veer Mahan is the vehicle to get those massive ratings pop, but robbed us of a moment there they have, and I'm devastated.
Yeah, you're right.
Imagine
a moment.
You wouldn't know Veer coming finally. We've been waiting 10 months or something at this point for him to come everywhere. Oh man. Why did the surprise? The Royal Rumble we had this year, all the women were announced, weren't they, before the show itself? Just about, apart from Ronda, obviously.
They started doing that thing where they'd have like Bischoff and Jarrett backstage, and then instead of them just appearing, they'd go, "Look, it's Jeff Jarrett," and the camera would pan. Why not just rely on the visual surprise? Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say originally that I thought this was like Jose Mourinho pragmatic tactics there, because the only place that he's guaranteed to get a massive ironic cheer is the Raw after WrestleMania.
All those
Irony
filthy
town.
Europeans.
Aye.
It's Bizarro Wild.
So I think the timing of it's good, but the reveal, I agree with Ross. They shouldn't have done that.
What would his noise? You know, every theme needs a noise at the start.
Veer! So everyone knows.
The gym's shut!
Gym's closed! Get out!
Get out the gym now!
Get off the bench press!
Get off the metro.
I think that's what we did.
Oh, sorry, mate. Oh.
Hammered it in.
Maffew treading on Jack's beard.
Oh, Ross's bit.
Oh, okay.
It's all of our bits.
Yeah.
Ow.
It's the northeast bit.
Yes. So Veer's coming. Austin Theory faces Finn Balor in another non-title match, but this time loses after distraction from Pat McAfee.
Who
Punk bitch.
this week has my move of the week?
Oh, what is the move? What's the move?
Hit the thing, Richard.
Oh, baby.
The thing.
After all the mad stuff that in one episode of Dynamite, and this is move of the
This
week.
is move of the week. Pat McAfee's variation of the suck it taunt is my move of the week.
Oh,
I've never seen it done like that before.
How did he do it?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was-
nice.
Oh, he had two arms going at different speeds. Oh, hey.
That's innovative.
It's like a John Woo film.
Doves.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
Some good suck it.
I wouldn't say cackling, but I raised a smile.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And in 2022 Raw, that's pretty good.
Never seen it done like that before. Now there'll be someone in the comments going, wow.
You could go full like Matrix, just backwards.
That's what he was sort of, knees were bent. I can't really do it. Knees
Yeah.
were bent. Fantastic. Move of the week. Never seen that move applied that way before.
Do you know the bit when Neo realizes that he's clocked everything, he's just class now, and he starts fighting Agent Smith, and he's like, what? And he's blocking all this stuff.
he's like very lazily blocking
Patch would
every
be
punch.
like, what's he doing?
RK Bro beat Alpha Academy in a non-title match, but Otis needs a beat down afterwards. The Street Profits run down to make the save, but attack Riddle as well because they've got an edge about them because they actually want to win because they have a pinfall victory over RK Bro.
And I want them to
Love
win.
it.
I love the Street Profits, but if I had to put money on it, I think I'd go for a Champions retain. Maybe.
I think Street Profits should win.
I think they should win,
Yeah.
but it's not what I think's gonna. No.
Yeah.
I think they'll turn heel good and proper after WrestleMania after not winning. Because they've been flirting with the idea all year, haven't they? With the Street Profits being the sort of just inserted as the de facto heels of a piece.
But I don't want heel Street Profits.
I think it'd be good though.
If it means Street Profits who win matches, stop losing, then yeah, sure.
But I think they're more naturally. I want to cheer them more than I want to boo them, especially Montez.
But they want the smoke.
Montez once got a baby out of the crowd and went. Remember that?
What they do?
Do you want to explain with words for the audio listeners
Oh yeah,
what you
sorry.
just did there? 'Cause I wanna hear it.
So I don't know how to describe what he did. They'd won a match. They were celebrating in the crowd, and there was a small child, and the parent of the child lent the child to Montez Ford, and he did like a little wave in the child's face while dancing with the child in his arms, and it was like hello, and it was so endearing.
I'm going to throw a chair at you.
No, why is that the theme of this podcast? infants being struck by vehicle windows and doors.
Chad Gable, again. Fantastic. Step aside, Batman. You're looking at the new face of vengeance. Points at Otis's face. I like that. I've not even seen the new Batman yet.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
I've not seen
It's
it.
very long and bleak.
Oh.
Like living in England.
That's
So I
what
recommend
this
it to people.
That's what superhero fans like nowadays, isn't it?
Oh, it's completely like, there's no like, witty lines or anything like that. It's just like, I'm a detective, need to find out what's happening. And it's done very well.
Vince McMahon as Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he goes to a club, he listens to, that new band that I like now. That sound like Carpenter Brute, but I'm not Carpenter Brute.
Batman doesn't go to a club.
He does, man.
The Who?
Very good. Quick recommendation.
Riddle was good in this match as well. The reversal for the finish was very good. I didn't think the match really did anything, but it had a couple of highlights.
Keeping it going.
Yeah.
Building heat, man.
I think it could.
How many times have you said that to people in your life? Just keep building heat, man. Chico.
Sometimes it worked.
I think this could be a sleeper hit at WrestleMania,
I agree.
if given the time.
It's been a heap of hits. You have to tell me what happened here because I skipped it.
Oh, God.
Dana Brooke and Reggie win a
Oh.
What do you
mixed
mean you
tag
skipped
match.
it? This was the
Did I
highlight
say
of
it out
Raw.
loud? Sorry. Win a mixed tag match after a comical, and it's comical because someone's put comical in capital letters, mix up between their opponents, Tamina and Akira Tozawa.
I just felt like it warranted caps.
What happened?
They got right. So Dana got on Reggie's shoulders, right?
All right.
And then because he's a very small man, Tozawa got on Tamina's shoulders because she's strong. And then it was like when you're on holiday in the pool and they had like a fight.
chicken fight, is it called?
Chicken fight.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah.
That happened, yeah. But Tamina's leading Akira on. She is playing him like a fiddle.
Why doesn't she do that to a wrestler who wins?
Yeah, hang on. I need to chill up Akira.
Sometimes she's grabbing his face and kissing the bloke. Then she's like, I'm not interested. It ended this time with her not being interested, then picking him up and carrying him away. She's leading him on, and it's not right. Put her on his misery for goodness sake.
Playing Tozawa like Montez Ford played that small child in the crowd.
Or the writers just don't have a clue where to go with
Yeah.
it. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of sex at the minute in the wrestling. You got this horniness on Raw. You take yourself to NXT 2.0, basically shagging there.
And what on earth happened at Dynamite, which we'll get
God.
to. but-
People having sex makes you sick, doesn't it? Seth and Styles have a back and forth.
No, it does actually, man.
Oh, sorry. Until Edge interferes to hit AJ with a chair. Seth realizes you're now lost via DQ and does the I've just realized face that we do in WWE and no longer has a path to WrestleMania. He throws a big tantrum and trashes the ringside area a la Bret Hart in 97 after losing the cage match.
and swears so many times.
Yep.
This is bull.
It's bull poop.
Just like Brock. Brett did back in the
Brock Hart.
Brock Hart. There probably is a Brock Hart.
It took
somewhere.
17 men and an elephant gun to screw him in Montreal.
What's he going to do next week, though? Right, because he's hijacked the show on numerous occasions.
And he said Raw's not going to take place.
Yeah. So is he going to keep Adam and Sonia in a room, like Scott Hall in the fridge in 2002?
Yeah.
I think
Or the
there'll
butler
be.
from Tomb Raider 2.
I think there'll be echoes of "Show's called Takeover" when he came out of NXT. But he was a face then. That was before the Triple H match, wasn't it? I think he'll do that again. Take the show hostage. Who's going to save the day? Wrestling has more than one royal family. Here he comes.
Only one person could ruin the show, and that man is not Seth Rollins. It's Cody R.
They can't have him be the savior for Raw.
Oh, why I?
Cody Rhodes. Row, you can't really say it, can you?
Monday Night Rhodes.
I'm trying to picture what that's going to be like.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, how is he gonna?
Where is this week's Raw, Richard? We might
yeah.
Google it. Is it a
North
wrestling?
Carolina.
Is it a wrestling town or is it like
Imagine if it's in
I
if it's
hope
in
it's somewhere
Atlanta,
like-
if it's in Georgia.
upcoming Raw? Yeah. I hope it's somewhere where they just don't like wrestling. Therefore, the majority won't know who Cody is.
What's the one that
Oh,
everyone?
those crap towns like Oklahoma.
Everyone's always really mean about Corpus Christi. They're always like the Corpus Christi crowd was absolutely appalling.
Pittsburgh.
Oh my
here
god!
we go.
Oh my!
The Mason
word.
Dixie line.
This is gonna be. Oh, they're gonna know about Cody Rhodes in Pittsburgh.
PA. Wait, they're in PA. Oh, they love fighting.
Oh, they love to fight.
Sports out there. They'll make
Corey
noise.
Graves.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure in the background of shot when Rollins was like, what do I need to do or something, he takes off his headset and then sits back down. That's what'll happen
Because he's cleared for action.
because he's also from Pittsburgh.
Oh my
isn't he?
God.
And likes having sex.
Oh, he does. But I'm now fully. Well, no, I'll talk about it when we get to AEW.
Imagine if it's Seth versus Corey Graves at WrestleMania.
It might. I didn't realize that he was getting ready to fight.
He's just in the back. I don't know if they did it on purpose. I
Oh
assume
my
so.
God!
He remembered he was a lover, not a fighter, so he put it back on. Yeah.
But then,
But cheese grater.
but imagine how annoyed everyone will be if it's Seth versus Corey, not Seth
Not in
versus Cody.
Pittsburgh, though. That's where Corey's
in
from, isn't it?
Pittsburgh.
No, but for Mania.
Not anywhere. God.
Everyone loves Corey Graves.
Wait, for the first sort of year of his commentary run.
Yeah. He was on 2 brands, and it's like, everyone hates. Yeah.
The match was good.
It was what it was, yeah.
It was what it was. It's a bit harsh. AJ versus Seth.
No,
from
it
Raw
was
this
good.
week.
It was good. The finish wasn't good.
The finish, yeah. It's another one of those things, isn't it?
Evil Edge.
They give us the goodeth, but they taketh awayeth.
And
The same
loseth the souleth.
Edge was the vibes Edge gave off were very Danhausen when he cost him the match. He didn't do that, but
That's
imagine.
just Seth.
Oh yeah, he was Seth.
So Seth, what's your
God.
gimmick?
Seth.
All right, cool, cheers.
Seth is really like Danhausen. That would be a great tag team.
Denhausen selling shirts.
Oh, boo.
They sell my shirts at Cold Topic.
Oh dear.
Oh, that was good.
was
Shut
it?
up.
Okay.
I liked it. Oh, no mind.
Like Hot Topic with cold.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
right.
Danhausen has shirts there. But
Yes.
Because Seth, no one cares about him. He's dead. And goes to Cold Topic. NXT 2.0 is now.
Oh yes.
Here we go.
Ooh, Solo Sikoa beats Roddy Strong to qualify for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver.
I was surprised. I
Sponsored by
thought
Adam and the Ants.
Roddy would be in there, but no. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not the future.
No, so
They do not need to have Solo, as they very slowly get rid of all the original gold and black people still hanging around.
True.
That was all right.
Could you have said black and gold people instead of gold and black people?
Oh no! Oh, oh, come on! You know what I
I
meant.
know what you meant. It's fun.
Shut up.
But have you ever wondered why Carmelo Hayes' name is just only spelled with one L?
Why?
Because he's never had 2 L's, because he's never taken another L.
Yes.
Another bunk.
Did he say that, or did you make that up?
No, that's what he said.
Oh, damn it.
Good, that, though.
That is
was
class.
very good, worth mentioning.
Very good.
Match was fine, didn't really get going for me. It was what it was.
yeah.
It
It means
was
to
what
an
it
end.
was. Yes.
We're building heat, aren't we, brother?
Thank you for staying on my lines. Backstage, Indy Hartwell and Persia Pro to argue over which of them is in the most popular couple. Dexter Lumis then loses to Tony D'Angelo after Indy and Persia fight over Tony's crowbar on the outside, which allows him to grab it and hit Dexter. This was, I believe, my move of the week.
There's a lot to unpack
because,
here.
There's a lot going on at once.
Yeah. I was too distracted by the fact that Wade Barrett on
Yes.
commentary, that wasn't just me that noticed. Sunday just became the randiest man in all of wrestling. The mistakes some
It's
doing.
numerous points of the show as well.
Yes.
It's not just reserved for Dull Hudson.
No.
Who
I thought it was just Dull Hudson's bit, but now it's leaking over.
It's
into
getting
other feuds.
everywhere.
Who else is he
So
running for?
it was almost like, well, if you think he's a good fighter in the ring, you should see him in the bedroom. It was that level of
And then
quality
Dull
commentary.
takes his shirt off to get involved with the interference, and Vic's
Yeah.
like, "What's Dull Hudson doing?" And then Wade's like, "I don't know, but I'm not complaining."
Yeah.
But we need to have the discussion now, which is what was brought up on this week's show. Who is actually hotter? Is it Dull or is it Dexter?
Duke Hudson's better looking.
Richard? Who floats your boat more? Dull Hudson or Dexter Loomis? Dull? That's 2 for Dull.
Oh, he's a good looking man.
He's a good looking man.
He's boringly
Dexter's
attractive.
a good looking man as well.
But there's Dull Hudson. It's like, all right, there's nothing. There's nothing unappealing.
No,
there's
that's
nothing
just because-
appealing.
that's
He
just
just
because
ticks
of
the
his-
boxes. So I'd pick Dexter because he's a bit creepy.
That's all you want. That's
I'll
all
take
you're
something
after,
a
is it?
bit interesting or distinctive over like.
I'd take the-
Dull Hudson is so hot and boring at the same time that they cancel each
Yeah.
other out, and I'll be.
He's handsome in a very traditional way,
Yeah.
Dull Hudson. And I like the maverick nature of the mustache that Dexter
If you
has.
know, what, if he had like an eye patch or something.
That's the key. Give Dull Hudson an
Hey.
eye patch. Whoa!
The one-eyed monster. Hey, all right, boy, calm down.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was saying once that when she
Oh,
was
go on. It's
when
just you do the Fraser Porter test where you've asked 10
no,
people who was
when
attractive.
she said when she was younger, which is when she watched wrestling, she knows like sort of the mid 2000s, and she was like, yeah, I probably fancied Randy Orton then, but now I just think he looks like just a bloke you'd see walking down Shields Road in biker, and I was like, if you saw Randy Orton like 6'5", like, I don't think you would. But you seemed to nod there. You were like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you see those top people on biker.
Really?
Cross the road when you see him.
The apex predator.
No, not like a one-for-one copy of Randy Orton. It's like
we're thinking of a different
It's
Shields
like
Road.
the UK Undertaker equivalent to Randy Orton.
Okay. Fair enough then.
What's the Geordie version of the Apex Predator? As a nickname.
The Bobby Dazzler.
The all-day Metro Pass.
Chava Muncher.
The meal deal.
Meal deal. So we've established things there.
Yeah, thank you for that. Did you give your answer?
Oh, no, yeah, Dexter.
You
The
good
maverick
lad.
nature of the mustache.
There we go.
But I want to see Dexter and Tony as part of the same stable. I think it works as a duo. Tony being the mob boss and then Dexter being the silent killer.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. Dexter's too blonde to be an FBI man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably worth.
Is that a thing?
Don't know.
They
I was
must
just
have black
I was
hair.
just thinking there's not a single blonde person in The Godfather. No blonde
It'd be
people.
good though, because it's like we need someone we can trust. Someone who doesn't gab all the time. So look at Dexter go, but he's perfect.
Yeah, that would work actually. Maybe it will. But there's two feuds, so it carries on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so Tony calls out.
I've got a couple more lines from Wade
please,
Barrett
please
on
go
commentary
ahead.
written down here. He's speaking about the Dexter and Indy being together for better or for worse. He's waiting for the better, and that maybe the better is only. Oh my God!
Go on.
The
You got
better
it.
might only exist in the bedroom because we've all been in relationships like that. That's a quote from Wade Barrett there, who
Just a horny
can it
bored man.
shag? He can it shag? Or he can shag? No, he can't shag.
Okay.
He can't fight. Can't shag.
He talks like someone who doesn't shag. It's got to be said.
Dexter is a freak in the mind, the bedroom, and he has a great athleticism in the ring.
Yeah.
Another quote there. from
Dexter
Wade.
Loomis has a big penis. It's like, all right, Wade, calm down.
I just wish one of these men would love me. Only once.
I'm a very lonely man.
He says it with real confidence, though.
Alicia!
Oh, that's his real ex.
I know.
God, that's horrible.
But that was part of Total Divas.
Ah, yeah, it was.
They're very
What
secret.
seems to be the problem?
Why would you mind? I've not done Alicia Fox's voice like that. Why would you?
Whoa, Andrew's doing some martial arts kicks through there.
Oh, will he go away?
But
I wish he would leave.
What is going on here?
don't mind us.
No, I'm on the podcast, but I just want to know what you're doing. Just Amazon. We're just excited for Amazon. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, have fun.
Did everyone hear that or not, Richard?
Andrew
Owen
said,
Mawson there, and I quote, "We're very excited for Amazon."
We're very excited.
Yeah.
Amazon's arrived.
and he said, do you want to join in? He went, no, I'm recording a podcast. And then Andrew went, oh, did we interrupt? And you were like,
poor
yeah.
Andrew. No, I didn't say yeah. I didn't.
But you got up and they saw them doing stuff.
Because they were doing.
Can you do martial
they were-
arts
they
quieter,
were doing-
please?
They were doing spin kicks out there. You can't do that and not expect someone to be distracted.
Dexter Loomis can spin on this. So
Andrew's taking his shirt off. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining.
I'd like to rub his bald head for luck. Tony calls out Ciampa.
Douja, by the way, they've got a name. We need to refer to them as Douja.
Who's that?
Who?
What's his real name?
Oh, Duke and
Persia.
Persia.
Oh,
Douja.
right.
Douja.
Sounds like
Doja.
a fancy sort of cheese, like Gouda and Douja. And Douja sausage. Oh no.
Kielbasa.
Right, you're right.
Well, I just thought you could make it into a naughty thing because it's sausage.
She wants to.
Yeah.
She was dressed up like a nurse.
Oh.
Oh, no, Wade. No, come on. Tony calls out Tommaso Ciampa. He asks him to attack Wade Barrett. No, he doesn't. He says attacks him from behind and lays him out. Ciampa says that Stand and Deliver may be his final chapter in NXT, but he'll write his own ending.
I like that line.
He'll lose, won't he? Surely for this.
It would make sense
for
him
the
to do
future
so.
of NXT 2.0.
So, but who knows the booking if he wins or not? So.
I think he will lose.
Yeah.
Where does he go from there, though?
Raw.
SmackDown to join,
Butching them.
Oh,
So
God.
consider yourself for the family.
No, they're all well European. Ciampa's not.
He could be
I reckon
European
that's
if
gonna
Is
he
he
think
from
he-
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, Essex.
This has been the Pittsburgh podcast. I'm going to find out where Ciampa's from.
What is it? Were you in Pittsburgh?
I know.
God, what if he's right? Anyway, while he's doing that, Letra Lopez beats Fallon Henley, while Legado del Fantasma brawl with JB and BJ on the outside. Again, little reminder that Legado del Fantasma's theme is maybe the best theme in all of WWE right now.
Boston. Boston, Mass.
Boston goals. The crowd chanting along to their theme now is a
Yeah,
thing.
right? I'm glad that
Legado.
genuine crowd.
Yeah, that
the genuine crowd reaction.
Not plants.
No.
Electra needs to teach Sami Zayn how to do a Blue Thunder Bomb because she did one and she won a match.
Yes,
Right.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is
Take
true.
that one, Sammy.
She's trained that move better.
Yeah.
We didn't get like a. I don't think we did anyway. I might have missed it, but we didn't get like a backstage update on JB and BJ and Fallon and what's going on there.
I can give you an update. No, Wade.
We're still on the road to incest, and I cannot wait.
Incest mania.
Incestomania in NXT 2.0. They'll go on a date. Things will go to the next level. Next week in NXT, I don't know.
Yeah,
What's his
they
face?
get the blood testing and
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jerry comes in. Jerry Springer, not Lawler. And then we have the results, and it's their brother and sister.
What do you call it when Duke Hudson gets a match at WrestleMania?
What?
The blandest stage of them all.
Hey, that was good.
Thank you.
I don't want to say it quietly.
Because I feel bad. I feel like we give Duke a really bad time on this.
no,
one.
No, we
he's
don't.
boring, man. He's really boring.
No.
He is, man. He's in this feud with 3 other people who are entertaining, and he's just boring.
Yeah.
He's
I know
not-
he's there. Just
I reckon if you
He's doing
Google
more
Dull
now.
Hudson, he's the first thing that comes
He's
up.
showing more
me
of
see
a
if I watch.
He's showing more of a character
he
now.
gets kissed.
His character's a boring
Fair
man.
enough. Oh, no way.
Boring man getting kissed. Great. Anyway, backstage, Draco Anthony's phone keeps ringing. Zion Quinn asks who it is. Draco reveals it's Joe Gacy, who's still trying to get Draco to join him. Zion says he's got Draco's back, and that help will always be given at Hogwarts to those. I'm not saying that. And so that is the.
Listen, Draco, help will always be given to Hogwarts to those who ask for it.
Yeah, great. That was the
Maffew,
reveal
play
that
the
Joe
game.
Gacy was appearing on his phone, and he would throw his own phone at the wall, which is not very sensible because it's his phone.
Oh,
He might
yeah.
have a good case on it. Yeah,
Yeah, unlike mine, which is cracked.
the setup for this was like Hitchcock. The way the
Go
film
on.
was revealed with Joe Gacy on there cutting an evil promo where the sound was perfect and man, it was wonderful. Cinematography.
Do we think that Draco is going to turn on Zion Quinn and actually join Joe Gacy?
Yeah.
I think so as well.
No, well, you know what? There's doing nothing, so might as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's actually better than nothing. Bron Breaker, I should say, beats Robert Roode, but is super kicked by Dolph Ziggler as he leaves.
Yeah, just build into the match, innit?
Yeah.
Rude doing the Scott
Building
Steiner stuff was good. I don't think we've seen someone do the old elbow drop and the push-ups to Bron, have we, so far?
No, I don't think
No.
we have.
So that
Maybe
was
they should have
nice.
saved that for Takeover.
For somebody who matters.
before
Right
standard.
touch.
Oh, Rude matters.
I think
Not here he
Rude,
doesn't. He's just a step-up
Yeah.
thing for Ziggler.
He's
Rude
dead
should be
now.
a main event around one of Raw SmackDown.
Yeah, I
Or
fancy,
on
I fancy one of them-
NXT. Oh, he was. Yeah.
I fancy one of them fizzy drinks from the Amazon order, you know. I've just seen them. Do you think I should? I'll wait until.
Well,
I'll
we're
wait until,
near the end of
I'll
this.
wait,
then.
Yeah, I'll wait.
No, let's stop the podcast, right? Owen!
No,
Jack's been distracted by the ice cream man driving past. Backstage, Indy accuses Persia of deliberately letting Tony D'Angelo use the crowbar against Loomis. Persia brags that, unlike Dexter, her boyfriend Dull Hudson can beat anyone on the roster. Indy and Loomis then, go on then, beat this lad. And would you believe it? Dexter Loomis has already drawn,
rapidly.
very rapidly, a picture of Gunther.
Such a maverick.
Yeah, and they went, you did that all that quickly. All right then. And then he boringly goes to the ring.
Boringly goes to the
know,
ring. It's
that's
just
just-
unnecessary.
No.
nasty,
It's,
like.
that's what it says on here.
I'm Team Duke
All
Hudson.
them black and white, clear as
He's my
crystal.
boy.
Dexter is a fantastic artist,
He is.
but his shadow work needs improvement because I don't know what the gap, the ridge under your nose is called. But Richard, I don't know if you want to bring it up.
Septum?
no.
Is that your septum?
Just if you
No,
Google
the septum's the bit.
Dexter Loomis
Oh, in between.
Gunter
Oh.
picture NXT,
It's got a name.
whatever that part of your body's called, the little dip
Yeah.
in the upper lip in the
Yeah.
cleft region.
Cupid's bow.
Cupid's
I don't know
bow.
if it is Cupid's bow. I think that's a type of lip.
Go on Google Images, I guess, maybe. It just I should have called this up before the podcast.
I'm surprised it doesn't show up straight away.
Yeah.
I'm quite self-conscious about my lips, by the way.
Why?
The lasses in the year below me at school used to call me Trouty because they said I had big lips. I know.
Richard, you might have to play the video and just pause it before you bring it up on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
But yeah, the shadowing needs work because
I didn't think it looked that bad, but now you pointed it out.
I did. Like, to be fair, someone put it on Twitter, then I realised it because I didn't realise I'm watching it live. But you think the Gunter and where that name potentially came from? Yeah.
Again, I saw that and didn't think about it, and now you said it, I can't unsee it.
Someone put it out on
No.
Twitter. It's
No
just
way.
really unfortunate shadow
It is
work.
unfortunate, yeah.
No.
Oh. Dexter.
What's he like? Too much shagging, not enough attention to detail.
It's kind of like what Charles Manson did after he shaved his hair in prison.
No.
Put one of them on him, didn't he? Put one of them on himself.
Not one of them, he put someone else on him.
Oh, sorry, I can't actually see. So I've not got my lenses in. I was guessing that Ross was suggesting it looked like that symbol. The
Oh,
colour
no, it's the
Little
That's why
moustache.
I kept on talking about this.
Oh, the little
This
mustache.
the thing between your nose.
Sorry,
Are you
I,
all right, Jack?
I thought the shading Ross was saying looked like
Do we
that.
need to get a curtain for that? So I'm distracted by all the fizzy drinks and people do karate outside.
I'm worried that looked like that unfortunate symbol that is no longer used because of World War II.
Can you not see that screen?
Why? I can see it, but I can't. I need to squint at that.
Below his nose.
It's too. Oh my god! It makes the whole thing look like that person a bit, just with big ears.
My man can get the job done inside and outside of the ring. He can get things done inside and out.
Was he Bob the Builder?
Give up with
We're
his
talking
feud
about
with
it.
me.
All
It's
right.
too much sex, right? Too much. I know the Attitude Era was filled with it, but I think we've moved on.
The old people in the homes watching this are loving it, like not more.
In NXT, the sex comes out of nowhere. It's time for the designated sex part of the show, and now back to two lads who are fighting for their lives. It just doesn't blend in.
And the winner gets a big pile of sex.
So is the match going to be Dexter versus Dull? It stand and deliver.
I assume so.
Whoever's winning that is
Maybe it
having.
could be a mixed tag.
Could be the Edge and Lita, couldn't it? No,
Oh
it's
yeah.
still only-
Why am I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
One, he does really boring sex.
Matthew.
He's like Will from in between us.
Are you having a good time?
Hey, Persia, does that count? I'm not counting it. Dull.
Did you remember to take the bins out? It's time for Andre Chase University.
I didn't. Oh, I was meant to do that earlier. Anyway, sorry, I didn't remember to take the bins out.
Oh, the bin!
Aye, you've just reminded me. I'll do it when we get upstairs. The bins. The bins.
Bodie Hayward gives a presentation ahead of his match with Come Tuesday next week. He shouts at another student before telling a proud Chase that he learned to get angry from him.
It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah. Later, Robert Stone and Come Tuesday argue about whether to take out Bodie or Jacket Time first. Sophia Cromwell arrives and wants to talk business
Sophia
with Stone.
Cromwell.
How do you know her name?
Because I read a recap. I just, when I saw her, I was like,
Yeah, mate.
I'm pausing this and I'm finding out what she's called because I didn't.
Is this the lady who was in the front row when Cum was making his entrance that week, and she was like, "Oh,
I guess so. I don't really know.
I can't remember
That was a blonde lady.
But she wants to talk business, which I don't understand what she wants to do. Does she want to buy Von Wagner as a client off? Like, does she want him to be his manager now
Just as a stud.
instead of Robert Stone? He puts the cum in.
Yes, he does.
All right, Wade Barrett, stop that. Stop that. You're overexposed in the podcast. Grayson Waller defeats a kid to qualify for another match at
Just
Stand
sounds like
and
he's
Deliver.
battered a child.
Again, for the
Oh,
16th
no.
time. And who hit him with a cardo?
The state
That's
of-
right, you guessed
the
it.
great
Frankie
ci-
Kazarian.
The great city of Pittsburgh. Oh, right, okay.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams arrive and says, don't worry, there's still one entrant short. So next week, the three losers will have a triple threat to decide the final man. Trick insults a kid who lays him out with a kick. Later, emotional Cameron Grimes says that next week's Last Chance qualifier is the biggest match of his career. So he's probably losing it and A-Kid's winning then.
Main roster bound.
Maybe. I think that listening to you read the recap is like when you watch a Burnley match and the player Ben Mee is playing, because the commentator will be like, "Great cross by me." It makes it sound like he's really impressed with himself.
It was a nice match, though. I don't know what else to say about it. There was a leg sweep off the middle rope, which looked gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shocked to see A-Kid lose.
Oh, yeah,
so
shocking news here, but A-Kid is really good.
He is a really good wrestler. Some would say the best wrestler in Europe.
Oh, Stu Bennett, Wade Barrett liked a tweet which someone sent me, putting me right from last week's podcast, where I was like, he couldn't have played with Zidane and Ronaldo, because apparently Zidane was assistant manager when Ronaldo signed for Real Madrid. So that's what Wade was obviously referencing, even though he made it
They
sound
made
like...
it sound like he was playing. Nah, you were
And
right.
Wade liked the tweet that someone sent me,
Did he?
because I got grassed up on, I got Twitter grassed.
He also liked a tweet I did. I just typed the word sex. That was it.
Should we all do that?
What type?
Just go at Wade Barrett, sex,
Sex.
see
No,
if he likes it.
No, I'm
Come
scared.
on.
No, I'm scared.
Come on.
I don't want to do it.
Richard, you'll get a bite because you're followed by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't want to do it, lads.
Come on.
No, no,
We'll
no.
all hit send at the same time. It'll be a fantastic podcast moment.
Fine.
This will be a WrestleMania, just all caps, sex.
But then people will only understand tomorrow when the podcast goes out.
Good. Confusion is the spice.
Are we
of
actually
life.
doing this?
His name is Stupendous Barrett on Twitter now.
Ah.
Stu Penis. Barrett.
Stu.
So just sex, all caps, at Stu Bennett.
Full stop at the end.
Oh,
or
no,
not?
I'm at him.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
sex, at Stu Bennett.
Oh, sex at Stu Bennett, not Stu Bennett at sex. I mean, I went at Stu Bennett sex. You want sex first and then Stu Bennett.
You want sex first? You want sex first or sex for seconds? What do we want? Sex first?
I want at Stu.
At Stu sex.
Because then he'll see it.
We need to put a full stop in front of it then, don't you, if you start the tweet with it?
Oh, so everyone can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone needs to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do that. I'm scared.
So
Oh, wait,
sex,
sorry, a couple letters.
sex at Stu Bennett.
Yep.
Sex at Stu Bennett.
Right, this is worth it, everybody.
Is it?
Thank you for coming along on the ride on this.
And then we'll have to see who is going to send. Yay! Send.
Are you gone?
Oh, God, he's gone.
We'll have to see.
I didn't put a full
You've
stop.
sexed prematurely there, Maffew.
Well, come on now.
Right, we've done it then.
Now we'll have to see.
Oh, Matthew, you'd put Stu Bennett first
Oh,
and
you
then
put
sex.
Stu Bennett first.
We just said we would.
No, we didn't. We said the opposite.
You've ruined it.
What a palaver.
Did we delete this or
You'll
not?
have to delete the... I've got one like. I can't go back now.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
No, but he's going to like my stat. He's going to like it, so it's all right.
You know what, Maffew? I like your tweet, so people will hopefully see it.
Oh.
I feel weird about this. I feel like we're kind of bullying him.
We're not.
Okay.
Bullying him. He's got 1.3 million followers. Take it. What's on about?
What will we do?
I might bottle it.
Bombed, didn't
Ah,
it?
do
Can we
man.
delete it? No, I've done it.
You balled it!
No, I've not bottled it. I might delete it. I'm scared.
He might come on the podcast next
I don't want to eat a bull hammer. Oh, no.
It's all right, mate. I've seen how tall he is. I can just go through his legs like on swoggle.
Hello, my sexual partner. I've got some bad news. It's time for the bullhammer. Slaps out the
I'm
table.
definitely going to delete that at some point.
Keep it up there.
It's funny you should say. All right, wait. Jesus, they get it.
Where are we?
The grizzled young veterans denied that they jumped the Creed brothers from behind because the Creed brothers were attacked from behind a few weeks ago.
Yes.
We still don't know who it was. The grizzled young veterans said that we wouldn't do that.
Oh,
and then they do it.
That accent is
They
just
jumped them from the
appalling.
front to start a match. The Creeds win. I'm just saying, one of these lads does have long hair. But footage is shown on the Tron of two masked men vandalizing the Diamond Mines gym, trying to look a bit like the Riddler, I guess, from the new Batman film, but not quite. Couldn't figure out who it was. Do we think we know who it is yet?
I haven't got a clue because
Oh.
I thought it was MSK all along. But however, they both have white hands.
No, they could be wearing... Was it their bare hands?
Bare hands.
Were they wearing gloves?
They were clearly white hands.
No. I think it's still MSK.
Maybe it's like Father Ted and there's fake hands
Tiny little doll hands.
smashing up the place like that. Could happen.
I'm barely getting any likes on this, lads. I'm scared.
Good, the confusion's worth it.
Have you
I've
kept
got-
yours? Is yours still there?
I've got 9 likes on mine.
Yeah,
10
you're-
likes.
Can we delete it?
What's this sex gimmick, bro? From Patricia.
That's sex.
I've got 3
I love them doing
likes.
impressions
There you
of
go,
Russo.
Hunter Galley. Welp, looks like I'm watching the podcast to find out about this lol.
Hey, one confirmed view.
Hunter Galley.
Can I
At
delete it?
Hman_Galley.
Can I delete it now?
No.
Oh, man.
We need to see if we can get a,
Well,
fi-
at least
a fish
at
on.
the end of the podcast, that way.
Keep it up for a week.
A week?
Fish on.
Fish on.
That's what we're looking for.
Oh, right.
We're casting.
And then, speaking of staying up, Gunther beats Duke Hudson, but is interrupted afterwards by The Rock. The Rock wants a match at stand-up and attacks Gunther, but is jumped by the other members of the Imperium. MSK make the save, and Night Power slams Gunther like it's WrestleMania 3. This was a nice little match because it's always good seeing Gunther do his thing. It was hilarious to me that he just did, and it wasn't even like a big setup. I'm charging my hand or anything like that. He just chopped him, and it was like a normal chop for him. And the crowd started chanting "Holy poop," and he just carried on. Like, I'm not milking this.
It's nice that they haven't made him change his style
Yeah.
because they often do that with people, don't they? Change everything about them, but he's still Volta, but with a different name.
See, the only thing I have changed about him is like, all right, why don't you get into really good shape and change your name? Okay. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
The name change is going to be whatever, but still wrestles the same. You're right. It's not like, I'm Gunther. Now I'm a luchador like I always wanted to be. I'm like, no, anything like that. It's just, he's Gunther. Yeah.
Imagine. That would be a great...
No.
That would be so good.
Oh, shut up.
They are making him like a
Chop
mud,
in,
though.
Walter. My name is Gunther, and I'm going to do a
I'm going to give him an
lucha roll.
arm drag. No, Gunther.
They are making him a mud,
Tries to do
though.
the thing where, you know, where they go, but he just flattens.
Oh, he looks all sad afterwards.
I just want to do lucha things.
Wrestling's stupid.
He must have done it before, though, lucha things, somewhere.
The match he had against Phoenix at VXV 2019, where he hit him so hard his mask flew off. VXV put that on their YouTube channel, and it's so great because his mask falls out. Phoenix like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be unmasked. So a fan who bought one of his masks from his his gimmick table, throws it in the ring, goes, "Hey, put it on." He goes, "Oh, cheers, pal." It's amazing. What a show that was.
They need to have him
never gonna
change
get
his
him again.
tune though towards The Rock because he came back with the same stuff he was saying last week. Oh,
Yep.
you're all talking. Even though The Rock pulled his pants down last week on NXT,
Not the
it
truth.
was a brutal murder.
Yep.
Brutal murder when he was like, "Oh, I'm both sports and entertainment." Yeah.
I'm non-ironically looking forward to that match.
Yeah.
I hope Gunther destroys LA Knight. I've got to say. I'm just sick of this hype now, guys. So harsh about Duke Hudson, a man on the same level as LA. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. No, I didn't mean that.
Nearly had us. Nearly had us in the first half.
Nearly
not
had a
gonna
fish
lie.
on.
Sean,
And then the dramatic
it's official.
climaxing finale, bloody hell, Matthew.
Salami.
Pancetta to the Wendy Classic Women's Tag Team Division.
Wendy Classic.
I'm losing my mind here.
That's
I'm
his
sorry,
name
pal.
next year.
The Wendy Classic, the
Oh,
Dusty Classic.
Coff's gone again.
From all the horrible delivery
Jesus.
I'm doing here, I'm not surprised I gave you genuine pain there. I'm sorry, Ross.
Oh, did you read the line below?
And Katie Ray beat Dakota Kai and Wendy Chu
Dusty
to win
Chu.
the Dusty Wendy Classic Pancetta. When Mandy Rose interrupts their celebration, says that they'll never beat her pals to tag belts, Io and Kaylee agree and say that they've decided to cash in the title shot on her at Stand and Deliver. Make the women's title match a fatal four-way for the tag titles. Everybody brawls, and Cora Jade runs in to help clear Toxic Attachment out the ring.
You're really bored when you're reading that. I
It's
thought it
just-
was a good ending to the show.
To be honest with you, it's so weird that the men's side of Dusty Classic was, that's right, the annual celebration to the Dusty Cup Classic, the triumphant winners, the tournament winners, what a great show, lads and lads. This was like, well, they've won. Next.
Well,
there was absolutely
it's
no
like when-
emphasis given to the winners of the
It's like
finals.
when some like Federer or Nadal or whoever faces not one of the other big tennis lads in the final of a major. You know that Federer is going to win. Back in the day, this is what I saw it as. Io and
Good
Kaylee.
comparison, but you'd
are
think
the
that the
Federer.
announcers would still try and do anything. But I think Wade was shagged out, and the other guy was like, "Well, I'm not got a good enough voice for this."
And I think
What do you think?
I thought there was moments of genius in this matchup, such as Wendy Chu blocking the 619 attempt from Io Shirai with a body pillow. I thought that was genius. She saved her compadre. Fantastic stuff. Wendy doing a belly off the top rope. Also fantastic. We had the bit earlier in the night with Wendy Chu explaining what Dakota Kai did last year, like it was foreshadowing her own demise.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't happen. A lovely twist in the tail there for me. I thought it was good. And then the bit with the belts, that's where it took a downturn for me. A downturn for me, sorry, because it makes no sense.
it does.
They can't do that.
They can't. It's wrestling.
You get a tag team title shot and nothing else.
That's wrestling.
You can't work you. And then Cora Jade, the silly girl, she wasn't asked, was she? She's been screwed out of a singles championship match at the biggest show of the year.
Oh,
and she was like, hee hee hee.
I'd just like to say, I hope Cora Jade's doing
Green
all right.
giant.
Because she tweeted actually that she'd stood on her razor in the shower and her foot was bleeding for a bit.
Who
So,
did?
Cora Jade.
Oh my God.
I know. That would be quite nasty, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it would be
So I
nice.
hope she's doing all right.
Not as nasty as having the singles championship match taken away.
Oh yeah,
from
she
some
should
bollocks.
be. She should be fuming.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
we'll get
that-
you toxic attraction.
Right, like the build up towards the match made some sense on paper, but it was like watching it go, all right, well, I'll just not care about this, and oh well, I won the Dusty Classic, whatever. It was like, all right,
I
rather than
guess,
this having
yeah.
any importance whatsoever. What's the point in doing it for several
Well,
weeks?
now
Yeah.
it's to get the big fail forward.
And in
anyway.
previous
Yeah.
years, why has no one else challenged for a singles championship if this is
Yeah.
what they can do?
Maybe they read the small print and they were like, "Hang on,
Yeah, they go to ask the commentators, can we do this? The commentators like, we have no idea, we don't care.
To be fair, I guess Sonia and Adam must be running NXT as well. That's what just bollocks like
yeah."
this.
Who in
confirms
kayfabe
it.
runs NXT now?
Ooh, yeah, there isn't anybody.
The Rock.
They think Regal's still there.
They just keep going out.
Well, there wasn't enough sex on that show, but luckily for us, AEW Dynamite exists. CM Punk beats Dax Harwood in a sexy match to open the show.
Oh, it was. It was like older sexy men. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also a very good match,
Yeah.
I should say.
The Gun Club mock FTR from the crowd as they leave, sing about hot ass boys feud, I guess.
Yeah.
It's so weird because FTR this year haven't been the FTR of old
Haven't been as prominent.
far yet. In terms of in-ring quality and everything
Oh.
they're doing, I would say.
Oh!
I just think they haven't been given the
hang on, hang on,
opportunity to.
But Dax Harwood's singles runs
Mate.
Yeah.
so far this year. He had that blinder with Pac not
Yes.
that long ago.
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy, yeah. He's had better singles matches than FTR for tag matches this year.
Yeah.
His footwork is second to none.
Like Michael Flatley.
My God. Michael Flatley wishes he could dance like Dax Harwood.
He does, he told me.
Yeah, great fundamentals.
He's a great dance partner kid. He's a great hand.
You can tell this one was a sellout at the curtain, brother. You can tell all the lads and lasses have been watching.
Oh, the lads and lasses there, faces, gathered around
Got into the dusty position to watch Punk and Harwood.
Aye.
Is that what they call it, the dusty position?
I was going to say,
they
because
call it
this
that,
was
man?
almost the day of what some say, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time.
I went to
Undertaker and Jimmy
AEW.
Snuka.
The second greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Steve Austin versus Bret Hart.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought we were going to do it going down the road to see the bleeding faces.
Hey!
So someone's saying, hey, you beat Bret and I beat Bret. Let's do a Bret match in tribute. And they're like, all right.
Well, it was interesting to see Dax Harwood go for the sharpshooter.
And Bailey texted Dax Harwood, as she revealed on Twitter. Did you see this?
Bailey, like...
I thought it was Bailey the wrestler, wasn't it? Have I got it wrong?
I don't know.
You're not seeing this? Was this Bailey the wrestler?
Yeah, I think,
I think
you're
Bailey
proper old, you.
No, she said, give me some Bret Hart matches to
How
watch.
old you, match? How old you, mate?
She
Give me some Bret Hart
Give me
matches
some Bret
to
Hart
watch.
matches to watch. And then he replied with like a list instantly. And she was like, it took him 2 seconds to reply or something like that. He puts like, you've come to the right place, and then has a list of matches. But some of them are matches that I'm assuming Bailey has definitely already seen, like the cage match with Owen and stuff.
Slow down, Richard. Where are we? What date is it? What's happening, Richard? Stop moving! I'm trying to see what the date is. 19th of March, you're
Has
there.
she deleted it? Because
Ah,
it
she
was a
must have
text to an
deleted
AEW competitor.
Is it not be under Dax's rather than hers?
It was her. Yeah, I saw it on Squared Circle.
Consistency over convenience.
Anyway, yeah, we'll carry it. Yeah, just carry on.
How about putting Dax, Bret Hart? No. Okay. Yeah.
This was a fantastic match.
It was.
And also a little interview they did afterwards, there was pink lights in the background, and he also said he's going to wrestle from the heart, which means Bret Hart's going to be their manager. FTR, that is, not CM Punk.
Now, call me a spoil sport. I think I'd rather Tully was their manager than Bret Hart. I just think Tully was better suited to that role.
But they didn't beat the Young Bucks with Tully.
I don't want Bret to get anywhere near the ring when they're doing the wrestling, just in case.
You come to the right place. WrestleMania 10 with Owen.
Fifth.
Yeah.
You gotta
SummerSlam
come to the
97
right
versus
place.
Taker. Yeah. SNME 87 versus Savage. Yeah. One Night Only versus Taker. That's a good one as well. Survivor Series 95 versus Diesel. Yeah. King Ring 94 versus Diesel. Not my thing, but fair enough. And Rumble 93 versus Razor. That's all right.
I thought she was asking for like some obscure ones.
Work a person's leg specifically.
Oh, right.
Oh, in that case. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. In that case, yeah. Definitely
Was
right.
the one with Diesel at Survivor Series the announce table one?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bret was all right, wasn't he?
So is she going to be like using her leg as a crutch?
I hope they do like
Someone's-
move for move, just reenact that versus Diesel.
Someone's going to kick her leg out of it. Oh, was it her leg that got injured?
Yeah, her leg.
Ah,
her
right.
knee.
Is she going to be a face then?
If she's imitating Bret, of course she is.
Yeah.
Comes back as Bay Knee.
Oh. That's a shame.
Sting and Darby Allin team up with the Hardys to beat the Butcher, the Blade, and the Candlestick Maker in a wild
The
Texas
what?
tag. It'll be great if I got that out properly. Butcher, the Blade, and Private Party in a wild Texas tag match.
There was a wild Texas tornado
Certainly
tag
was.
My
match.
goodness me.
Jeffrey Nero Hardy. He doesn't need to, but he does it anyway.
I was scared for him.
Yeah.
It was a high. He was on he got off the ladder on a slightly higher balcony, didn't he? On a perch.
Yep.
Private Party took the greatest catch I've seen since Paul Collingwood in the Ashes series of 2009.
Wow.
Was that when he flew?
Flew through the air like that. When they caught Sting from that opening dive,
Right.
they did well to save that man's life. What a take that was.
Yeah.
The Butcher again. I don't know why I said that so dramatic. The Butcher again. Throwing Darby Allin down the apples and pears with great aplomb. Yeah, he was on fire again. But there was the
Mass
downside.
off the double side effect.
Double
off the
side
stage.
effect as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of big hits, but the one downside for me was Sting at the end. No selling chair shots. Don't like it.
Because he's not like Kane.
Not like Kane.
Well,
is
no,
he? Yeah.
that's how he's treated
Yeah.
But
by
he's-
everyone
he's
else.
got-
When you remember that, was it who put him through the table?
The tables
3.0.
one, yeah.
He's got up.
Just got up. Don't like that bit.
Now he's old
I'm
enough.
all right with it now. That
Now-
kayfabe AEW Sting is like hard as nails.
Now
It's
he's
like,
old
yeah.
enough. It's like Rocky 6 when he just put all of his energy into just being powerful rather than quick.
Right.
Because he's old now. That's what Sting. That's how I see Sting. He's also got more mad.
Yeah.
Just crazier things.
Yeah.
It was. Didn't know where to look. We were backstage. We were in the concourse. We were back in the ring. I liked the bit where they put Matt through the table and rather than just leaving him there, they tried to drag him back to the ring to pin him. That was very clever.
made sense.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I'm surprised this didn't headline. to be honest
JR
with
was like, it's the smartest decision they've ever made. Or something
you.
like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Jim Ross loved it.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually. That it was just one of those dynamites that sometimes comes out of nowhere with like almost a pay-per-view level of card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, Jack. Moxley and Danielson beat the Varsity Blondes with Regal on commentary. Oh, By gum.
What a lovely man. Do you reckon he knows his name's Excalibur?
Mr.
Oh,
Mask.
of course.
Mr. Man in the Mask.
Man in the
I thought it was a man in the mask.
I know it sounds nice, but I just wonder.
After match, Moxley cuts a promo inviting anybody who wishes to join their group to step up or get stepped on, and he reveals the name, the Blackpool Combat Club.
Now, if I was an American wrestling fan, I'd think that sounded cool as balls. But because I'm not, it just sounds like what your uncle does.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to Blackpool Combat Club?
Yeah, there'll be some really strobe tag team going, hey, we're Blackpool Combat Club.
He's used the word strobe. That's such an insight.
Oh, sorry.
You're such a smark, Matthew.
I know.
What does that mean?
Not very good wrestler.
Strobe?
Yeah, Liam Slater called me.
Have you not heard that before?
Never.
Liam Slater called me.
Oh, the wrestlers
strobe
love
once.
using it.
Yeah.
Strobe?
I think
Oh,
it's
look
I
at
think-
this strobe.
I think it's
There's
like
one wrestler insulting another wrestler like for being bad.
I think it's like more of a European one than a
Yeah.
North American one.
You know what? I don't know if it came first or not, but they do love those Haribos, the giant strobes.
I was going to say, if they, like,
It's a big choice for the wrestlers. They love their Haribo, and I think they get that, and I think that's what. Oh, look at this guy, this strobe.
Well, Liam Slater called me one once for a laugh.
Did he?
Just to me. It wasn't in front of the boys to make them all pop. It was just to me like, oh, you this strobe, what you like. I think he did. And then one time, Rampage did that. And I was like...
Yeah, I had to ask
but
somebody.
But I'd been previously told what that meant, so I was like, I know what
musical
you're doing.
chairs.
No, it was... Because I'd told a joke that didn't work or something, and he went...
Oh, right. He did it on the show as
He
well.
did it when he came out, yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah. I felt pretty privileged to be told that because I asked somebody, because I don't know, it was a secret
Should we be
thing.
talking about this?
No, I don't think we should.
Oh, no.
I don't care.
Oh,
Secrets
well.
of wrestling revealed. We've not said what it means.
People, you know what? It doesn't mean anything.
Imagine, though, someone come, you're a giant strobe, you. I think that was a lovely thing to be called.
Oh, not so bad yourself.
You're a giant strobe.
I'd make up something that goes, yeah, but you're a fizzy strip, ye.
Yeah, one of the dirty cola bottles. No one likes them.
Oh, I like the cola bottles.
They just don't go well with the other things they're in.
I don't like
No,
the consistency.
they don't taste like cola for a
I don't know, I
start.
feel like I've chewed through one.
Yeah, you can taste the glass, but you can't taste the cola. I don't get that. And by the way, it's so great, the Varsity Blondes. It's so great because more and more people getting more aware and obvious that no one likes Pillman Jr.
Is it?
Absolutely no
Were they
pullback
stiffing
clothesline
him?
at the end.
Oh, really?
Not since Bradshaw. The glory days of Bradshaw and those 2001 WCW guys getting brought in. As if you've seen a
Wow.
clothesline unpulled like that.
Julia Hart is still distressed.
Trying to get
She's moody.
just to team up with Pillman, just to hang out with Pillman Jr. Anyway, MJF comes out to cut a promo, accompanied by
No,
Sean
there was more to
Spears.
that. Sorry. Oh no, there wasn't. The Blackpool
wasn't.
Combat Club. We've
Yeah,
already.
no,
Yeah.
And a team of private security to protect him from Wardlow. He says he doesn't know how or when, but there will be a third match with CM Punk, and he'll give Punk the most embarrassing loss of his career. He also says he'll go to his funeral and wee on his grave.
That bit was unnecessary.
That was very necessary. MJF turns his attention to Wardlow and points out that he's still under contract to MJF. Wardlow arrives and tries to fight through MJF security, but they restrain him. MJF says that he's going to pay Wardlow to stay at home until everybody forgets who he is.
Take that, WWE.
Take that, Brian Cage.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just another MJF bit where he's like, I lost, but I don't care. I've not really lost that much heat by losing, but we had a great moment. Yay, like AEW for doing that.
Yeah, we've got many weeks of this to come before Wardlow finally gets his hands on him.
the War Dog. I thought they were gonna like Wardlow would turn on MJF, and I thought it would be a feud they'd return to in the future. But no, they're just going straight into it, which is fair enough. I thought they'd save that. I don't know. But do you think there's gonna be a big build to the next pay? It's a while away. The next pay. Yeah,
Nah, you're right.
fair enough.
End of May?
I think so, yeah. Backstage, Trent Beretta is angry at Wheeler Yuta for thinking about abandoning the best friends to join
First
Regal
of all,
stable.
Wheeler, I never liked
Yeah.
you in the first.
Right? Wheeler says you're not trying to be the best friend he can be. He's trying to be the best wrestler he can be. But Trent said, you're a dick. Why'd you leave us? I never liked you.
To be fair, didn't Wheeler get brought in because Trent was away?
Yes, that's exactly why he was brought up.
Aye. So,
Trent's replacement, Wheeler.
Well,
Who's the spare Wheeler?
apparently, the other two, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy, helped train Wheeler,
Yeah.
but Trent didn't. So he was like, "Look, I've got no loyalty to you, but why have you betrayed these lads?"
you
I
boring
get it.
bastard.
Oh, Wheeler.
We've got to be fair, aren't we?
Oh, he's very good in the
He's
ring.
a good wrestler, yeah.
He's out in the ring, but just character-wise, is like, hi, I'm the guy that the best friends know. It's like, we don't know who you are.
Even that promo, though, was a bit like,
Yeah.
I never liked you either. I didn't think you were crap. Oh, but we're not calling him dull Yuta, are we? What's everyone's problem with Duke Hudson? Can we just talk about it?
Because he's boring. We've said
We're
that.
not calling him dull Yuta. Dull Yuta doesn't really
That doesn't work.
It's
That's
not-
why.
yeah.
All right, then.
Go on.
Duke.
Can you give us a pun?
Richard, can you find all the synonyms of boring, please, or dull?
Wheeler Puta.
Yeah, that'll do.
Poo. That means something
Puta.
bad in Spanish.
Oh, God, yeah. I meant is it excrement?
Wheeler bitch. Boring synonym.
Here we go.
Ooh. Oh, wearsome Yuta.
Here's some
Yeah,
Yuta.
there we go.
That'll do.
Oh, that's
Right.
good.
Well
But they're
done,
improving him because he's doing something interesting.
Well,
Humdrum.
I'm really impressed. We'll talk about it in a sec, but I'm impressed with Daniel Garcia because he's really not the most charismatic guy, but he's having to be forced. He's
he's
kind of
moved
been thrown
Jericho.
he's been thrown in the deep end, but he's doing all right.
Yeah. So having a manager, you get a guy who never shuts up to talk for you. And
But now he's got to say, "Oh, I'm a sports entertainer," and it's like he's the opposite of that. But he's doing all right.
I like him in your voice break then.
I did it on purpose.
That was good. It was very
But
impressive.
it often happens by accident as well.
Adam Cole beats Jay Lethal after the referee's distracted by ho ho ho.
Red
Red
Dragon.
Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Cole gets on the mic afterwards. Thank you. And says he's going to take the title from Hangman Page because he got lucky at Revolution. Cole calls Page a coward. So Page comes out and attacks him with his belt. Not his title belt, his belt. Thank you for that. The numbers advantage overwhelms Page until Jurassic Express, obviously not with Marco Stunt, and Christian make the save.
I don't know what we say about the match itself just because it was good. It was a good wrestling match.
Yeah.
What more would you say?
Why not?
My main thing I took away was Excalibur, once again on commentary, filling in all the gaps for us fans who didn't watch Ring of Honor in 2016 and therefore didn't know about the career feud Jay Lethal and Adam Cole have had. But his matches, Cole's now are getting a bit like Baker's for me. Brick
Bricks.
Baker's. Bit like Groundhog Day, aren't they? Always ended in the same way, by and large.
Well, is this how you started to feel about him in NXT? Or was it just Gargano?
It was more Gargano, but all Cole's matches seem to be, no, we need to go 45 minutes. I'm like, why?
And a lot of them were with Gargano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't remember any of the Adam Cole matches he had that went that length of time that didn't involve Gargano.
Okay.
Probably because I blocked them out of my mind. But
All
so
right, I
this
thought this was a good
did not
match.
go 45 minutes,
No.
so I'm no complaints.
I mean, we know they're both really good wrestlers, so it was always going to be a good match.
I like to make a bold prediction for
Oh,
next
go on.
week. I reckon Adam Cole will tie Adam Page's World Championship to a brick or something and throw it off a bridge, and then Taz will claim AEW invented that spot. I reckon that's what will happen next
He's
week.
thrown it into the Gulf of Mexico.
Well, you know, when Cole challenges Hangman to a match with a cage, with another cage, and some dogs in the middle. Anyway,
Those dirty dogs, get them in for that.
Oh.
Yes.
long way to go for that. I'm sorry. Tony Schiavone interviews Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti
No!
in the ring. We're building up to this.
Sex! Intercourse with couples who are in a relationship together. Sex.
We've been building up to this so much.
They keep
you
it
may
quiet, though. They don't brag about
Richard,
it.
you have to, just for later on, load up Ty Conti's Twitter.
Please don't.
I don't think we
I don't think we should. No, don't do it.
We definitely can't.
No.
They're both naked, Richard.
Naked.
You don't see any genitalia, but they're both, in the words of Billy Gunn, naked.
Yeah, they're wearing a smile. Here we go. We've been building up this bit so much.
I like to
you
think
might
the way
go
Billy
on.
Gunn says naked is just spelled, because the second syllable's so quiet, it's like all caps, N-E-K, apostrophe. That's
Yeah.
just
naked. And we're building up this bit, building up this segment so much, you may say we've been edging towards
Oh
it.
my God.
That's
Day
a
one.
sex
You.
term.
That is atrocious,
Thank
you
you.
big
Thank you.
dildo. What are you just trying to throw another one.
Oh.
Gimp. You massive sex gimp.
You pile of semen.
Wait,
Why-
Barrett, what are you doing
You
here?
bloody cheese grater, you.
That was a very good
There we
callback.
go. Well done. They want revenge on Dan Lambert and his team. Tay says that Paige Marsan is going to get her ass kicked just like she did for her entire fighting career.
So I checked her record. It's not the best, but it's like 8-5.
I think it's that about anybody, isn't it? Like local football team. Boy, you guys aren't very good. Boo. You lost a few times in your career. Boo.
Well, I was starting to think, oh, was she notoriously like not very good? But then I looked, and no, it was 8-5, which isn't the best, but
Hey, five's good, huh?
it's all right.
Dan Lambert arrives with Scorpio Sky
It's just Lambert. Sorry.
and Ethan Page and turns down the offer of a rematch. He laughs and kisses mwah, one of the TNT belts.
And I happily thought, oh, it's the end of the segment.
Sammy implies that he and Tay did naughty things while wearing the belt. And Dan is disgusted, going,
And then I thought, well, at least that's over. And then I went on Twitter.
And then Ty Conti uploaded. Well, it's like a couple's version of the Shawn Michaels
Yeah.
world title Playboy, Playgirl, whatever magazine it was. Yeah.
And then I thought, well, at least that's over. And then I went on Eddie Kingston's Twitter.
What's he done?
He said,
Oh.
he didn't.
Oh, no, like that. No, like that.
He said, "Oh right, a title that was meant to honor a friend who passed away."
Yeah.
Oh.
If I was Sammy Guevara, I'd be bricking myself to
Oh,
see Eddie
I never
Kingston.
thought about that.
No, I didn't either. No,
Well, I mean, it was the title existed before.
that was a different design of the belt. But they always say,
Well, the title design was supposed to. Oh, right.
No. I just think he means the legacy of the title. They always say like, "Oh, Brody was the best TNT champion ever" and all that. I don't think it was the first thing that leapt to my mind.
Well, there are many things that leapt to our minds when we saw those pictures. So,
Yeah. And the line was disgusting as well. He was like, "I know we've been living in your head rent free, but now we're also living in your mouth."
Oh, God, you did say that.
That's not very nice.
What is it about Dan Lambert feuds where suddenly everyone's
Come
just
West.
disgusting and
Everyone's a whore. Lucha Horace, he called
Yeah.
Tay Conti.
I thought he said Horace. Me, I was picturing Horace Hogan. Lucha Horace.
And also the cadence of Dan Lambert's promo. I don't know if it's because he started to cut them like her or she started to cut them like him, but I just can't unhear Brandy Rhodes now. He just goes on a big scripted, pre-planned rant.
Yeah.
And I used to think Dan Lambert was good at this, but I'm starting to get a bit sick of it.
They are.
unfortunately.
He still is, but they're gone for too long. Like
Right,
the
right.
lines at the start, I was a fan of him saying like, "Page fans only fans is the reason Orange Cassidy keeps his hands in his pockets all day long." That's a good line.
Yeah.
Scorpio
that's a good
Sky
line.
hasn't lost since Tony Khan reached puberty a year ago.
That was
That's a
good as well,
line.
yeah.
End it there. So everything that came after was just bollocks.
Right.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
agree completely, Ross. It's like he's good, and then it keeps on going. And you're like, all right. And we just saw this with Jericho, and it was even worse because he was like, "Hey, you have sex with men." I was like, all right, great. And now we're getting even more of it. I'm like, oh, come on, man, variety.
I don't think I mentioned it, but because it was just to hype the match that happened later on. But the Jericho Appreciation Society did a promo near the start of the show where they were like mockingly looking for like, "Where's Kingston? Where's Santana and Ortiz?" And they weren't there. Jericho at one point just totally forgot what he was meant to say, and it was really weird because you've got Garcia, and you know when you're watching a promo with someone who's not that renowned for promos, and you just hope they don't mess up. So Garcia was doing his bit, and I was like, "Don't mess up, don't mess up, don't." Oh, he's nailed it. Then Jericho just goes, I was like, "Jericho, you're the good one."
See, fans of Jericho be like, aha, see Jericho deliberately looking bad.
He's putting him over.
So Garcia gets the chance to look good. The champ, that guy. Layla Hirsch beats Red Velvet after striking the referee with a turnbuckle before using a second weapon hidden in her ring gear. She learned from Rampage. It's very good, that. I always bring up backup. Layla beats Red Velvet down, but Chris Statlander, the evil alien, runs out and chases her away.
The evil alien. Okay.
Opening spot of the match was fantastic, where Red Velvet's doing the poses and whatnot, and Layla's just like, "Shira!" on the background, gets her out there.
She booted her off the apron.
Booted her off the
Yeah,
apron.
that was good.
That was fantastic. But yeah, the matter it just happened, didn't it?
Yeah, but
I always
I
feel
thought
bad
it was.
for
I
Red
thall it was
Velvet.
fittingly intense, though.
Yeah. But Red Velvet's one of these
Feel
people
bad
who's...
for Red Velvet.
She ever gets any reaction? Like, ever?
Aye.
But she's never given any build or time to shine like a lot of the AEW female
The
roster.
Britt Baker one was a hard spot.
yeah.
Yeah,
But like in this
but that
feud,
aside, like she's been on for kind of while now, and she's just like, "Hey, it's her."
in this feud though, she is the Sting. She is the one who's had the friend turn on her.
Yeah.
She's been hit with the chair. We should feel sorry for Red Velvet, but no one cares.
No, and I don't think there's anything. She's not dull velvet or anything.
She wore dull velvet. Just me, all right.
dull wine.
Thunder Rosa. It could be worse, Red Velvet. Thunder Rosa is about to be interviewed by his choice, Schiavone. But they're interrupted by Vicky Guerrero, always a highlight, who tells Rosa to go back to Mexico. It's all a distraction as Nyla Rose attacks from behind because Nyla Rose is contractually obligated to always mess with whoever wins the title immediately after they win it.
I've left out the bit where Vicky continued to cut a promo and they went, "All right, next up, the main event." Just cut away from her. Oh, something went wrong. Something went wrong here.
What do you think?
I have no thoughts. Nyla, that's her role now, isn't it? So wins the title. By and large, one of their first feuds is Nyla, and then
It's the Kane role. It's like
Yeah.
what Kane
Yeah.
used to do. It's fair enough.
I've got nothing against Nyla, just Vicky. Just
Vicky
I
can't
don't know what she adds.
Vicky
to
can't
this.
cut a promo anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, great.
And every time Thunder Rosa tried to talk, she went, "I said excuse me."
Hey, great. Yep, you look great, Thunder. Hopefully somebody else will let you talk.
If you look at like the contrast, when like someone like Hangman or Wardlow has a big win on a pay-per-view
Aye.
and they get like a 20-minute heroic, everyone's like, we love you so much.
Aye.
Thunder Rosa comes out. Excuse
Yeah. The road agent's like, look, you got 20 seconds to get everything in.
Yeah, but Jack, you've not considered the fact that AEW hire 120 male wrestlers and just a few female wrestlers. So you need to get the ratio right, just in terms of how many people you have on your roster. Where's a QT Marshall there when trying to explain why they never booked the women's division very well?
But there's... Now, I understand that there's more men than women. But
Doesn't have to be, though, does there?
also, when like a decent portion of the women are some of the more over ones in the company, then give them more time.
Chatting bollocks, isn't he, QT Marshall?
Bloody QT. Maybe he's been suplexed too hard. It's nearly time for the break in the podcast.
End of the main event. Jericho and Garcia cheat to win against John Silver, Alex Reynolds. That was
So I really
it,
enjoy Silver and Reynolds as a tag team.
Yep.
They're really good with the moves. I like the one where it's like bang, German, little double pin thing. And I like when John Silver runs wild, obviously. Everyone loves that. But I thought, because it was the last thing on the show, that the big moment at the end would be Eddie Kingston coming back for revenge and like them all running away, and that's the big end of the show. But it just ended.
It just ended.
So I think you're right. I agree that one of the other matches, maybe the big wild Texas one, or tornado match should have ended the show. But yeah,
I agree. I think it was like, oh, Jericho headliner. And you're like, yeah.
a class bit was the way they cheated was Jericho used the bat and smacked one of them in the back. And JR on the replay was like, I missed this. It's the most, he goes, that's the most obvious thing. Really good.
I found an issue, right? Because you know what, AEW shills and just like lick their arse all the time. In the match before this one, Bryce Remsburg, I always get that wrong. I always think it's Ramsburg. He didn't see he didn't see Layla Hirsch hit Red Velvet, so he counted the pinfall. But he's like, oh, what?
He went like,
yeah.
What happened here?
Aubrey has got her back completely turned and doesn't see Jericho just kick the stairs to get the Dark Order members eliminated, but she eliminates them anyway. That inconsistency. While you could say referee's discretion. While you could see referee's discretion, I'm a stickler for a good rule. And you call what you see when you're a referee in all walks of life. You call what you see, not what you think. And yeah, just didn't like that bit. Just to throw criticism their way so people can't call it.
Wow, you criticising referees. Someone think you were Jim Ross here in the flesh.
Aubrey was a bit silly afterwards when she was raising their hands and she raised Jericho's bat hand for like the big thing at the end.
His bat hand.
But she did like he's the bloke from Evil Dead. He's got a bat for a hand. That was a nerd reference for you there.
It's nice.
Do you like the Evil Dead?
I do like the Evil Dead.
It seems like a lot of friends of Maffew.
Evil Uno.
I love that becoming a thing.
No, I'm not a big, I don't know much about the horror genre, but at my school there was a little group of my mates who were really into the Evil Dead, so yeah.
Richard, what did you just write down there? Bat hand.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Watch Evil Dead later.
Evil Dead. Pretend to know jokes.
He's not telling me. What's he written down?
Writing down begin the timestamp for the next.
Oh, right, okay.
I
You
see.
sensed that it was coming to an end.
You know why he's doing that?
Well, bad news for you, man.
I think we should talk about Johnny Hungy being like Cesaro.
He is. It's like mini Cesaro.
He's just a bit small, isn't he?
When he runs round.
Just hitting everybody. Good that. Just try to prolong this to mess up Richard's time.
Great uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like AEW.
I like AEW too.
I like Wall. I like Ceiling.
I do need the toilet.
He's gonna poo.
I'm not.
Oh, he's gonna poo.
The need for a poo has subsided. I just need a.
It's stuck inside of him.
No, don't.
Oh no.
Lads.
Maybe he'll die.
What?
Come out of his mouth.
Can we end the segment?
Wouldn't be like the rest of the segments. Thank you very much. That's been the Week of Wrestling.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
Let's have a little look in the mailbag.
Nice poo.
I didn't have a poo. Richard went in after me, so he can confirm.
Gentlemen, this is going to sound convoluted, but trust me, this is a wrestling question. My wife, never understood the hype around Boba Fett. Whenever I tried to talk to her about how cool and badass he was, due to on his own exploits in the extended universe, she would point out that all we see him do in the movies is follow the Millennium Falcon, call an opposition to Vader, carry a frozen Han Solo back to Jabba the Hutt, get hit in the back, fall into a pit made of Eton, and she made me realize that his awesome persona was based on things we never actually saw him do in canon.
Yeah, he's crap in the film.
Yeah, that's true. This brings me to the point in the email. I hate Matt Riddle. I find him insufferable and impossible to root for. He's the guy who corners you at a party to talk about how the Aztecs invented cell phones or something else stupid and won't take the hint that you just want him to leave you alone forever. A lot of fans have tried to convince me that he's a good fighter, but their evidence all comes from MMA or Evolve or NXT. Since I only really watch main roster WWE, all of these stories are just rumors. The evidence I have says that Riddle is an imbecile. Are there any wrestlers that you've just never understood the hype around? Sincerely, Matt from Michigan.
Thank you, Matt from Michigan.
It's a good question.
I've got one.
Have you?
So, but then I since learned what it was all about.
I mean,
so,
yeah.
So I went to a show once in the Midlands, and it was like a tag tournament, and it was meant to be the best friends. I was like, oh, the best friends. But then Trent got his injury, so it was Orange Cassidy instead. And live, at first, I didn't really get it. And I was like, oh, Fire Ant's coming, and it's going to be Fire Ant. And it was this bloke in denim. And I was like, okay. He was over with the crowd, who are more knowledgeable than me about him, but I was like, I don't get it. And then the feud with Pac and AEW changed my whole opinion of him. So mine is Orange Cassidy, but now I understand. Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, he's been doing that thing for quite some many years.
I just hadn't seen it, yeah.
It hadn't really gotten any steam until now. So, how about you, Ross?
Lex Luger.
Oh.
Fantastic body. I understand that. I appreciate the dedication and the work that's gone in. But everything else, nah, not for me. Never seen it. Didn't get it. Thought he was crap wrestler. Thought he was boring promo.
Yeah. It was good with Heenan when he's like, no, look at him. Look at that body.
Looked at himself with a
When
real
the curtain's
panache.
coming down, he's like, pull it back up. Let's see that body.
Wade Barrett going, whoa, not many women in the crowd. I'd say, again, even though I don't know, even though I know better, I think it's because he's gotten worse, I'd say Gargano.
Oh.
Just that later NXT thing that just killed me interest in the brand and the style. No, longer matches. No, do 120 finishes with none of them relating to one another. I'm like, I know you're better than this, and I don't get you anymore.
What about the Ciampa feud before the final, whatever it was called?
Oh, yeah, no, that, I remember being good, but I don't want to go back in case I'm terrified I was wrong for so many years. Is this Wade?
Hello? I need to take that, sorry.
No worries.
Didn't hear anything, did you?
No?
No. Yeah, it was
That
like
was
Charlie
my
Brown.
sex.
Oh, I knew
That was my sex.
That was my sex on the phone. Oh, don't ask
Penny
why.
strikes back. Good evening to the diddlers of Cultaholic.
Hello.
Hello. Recently, I've gone through a breakup. This has caused me to have trouble falling asleep. I have tried many different methods to try and help relax me enough to go to sleep. Recently, I've discovered that the videos of Cultaholic help. There's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Not through them being boring, like
Okay.
Dull Hudson. They haven't done that. I recently found that the Tory voice of Adam Pacini and the soothing tones of Tom Campbell are probably some of the best that helps.
The soothing tones of Tom Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Sonic. So to my question, if you could choose anyone from the wrestling universe, past or present, to 1, help you fall asleep, and 2, narrate your life, who would you choose? Thank you for all your content and all the staff of Cultaholic. Your videos do truly help in the darkest of times. Loved you all from Lancaster, England. No name given, but thank you very much, Lancaster, England.
Well, thank you for that anyway, and we're glad that we can help.
Hope you're doing all right, pal. For both 1 and 2, I would pick the genius, Lanny Poffo himself. I can't do his voice, but he is even more Tory than Pacini. I, the genius. I'm so smart.
That's good, that.
Oh, thank you.
Shut my eyes, he's like his ear.
Go to sleep.
What were the 2 categories?
1, to help you sleep, and 2, narrate your life. Narrate.
So to help me sleep, I've recently been watching some promos from Darius Lockhart, an indie wrestler. He's in the WrestleMania video I'm going to talk about. He's wrestling at For the Culture, GCW's For the Culture. And I listened to his debut promo on NWA Power. Oh, he's cool. He's smooth. He's cool and smooth. So he'd be to get me to sleep. Narrate life. Freddie Blassie in that video package.
Oh. Yeah, Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
Scott Holby to narrate my life.
Oh, yeah.
And then to send me to sleep. Oh, God, who do you pick there? Maybe a somber Jim Ross.
Jim Ross halfway through a pay-per-view when he starts to get tight.
But he'd be about to drift off, and they're like, Austin!
Somber interview Jim Ross. Throw that around.
Oh, yeah, when he's doing a sit-down.
Sounds
What
like
about modern-day Vince?
Oh, that might work.
Go to sleep now.
otherwise known as, is it brown noise?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Jack Atkins upstairs has got this app where it's got all these different colour noises listed. So you got white noise.
Oh, okay.
What
White
brown
noise.
sound? Not the
That's what I
brown
thought you
note.
meant.
Yeah.
That's you after.
Oh my god. This is really school. This is very school.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
You probably hear it every week, but I genuinely appreciate the entertainment you provide on the podcast. You've all helped me at my lowest, and I couldn't be happier to see how the channel has grown and flourished over the years.
Thank
My
you.
question is this. With the amount of times the Home Alone series has come up in the past,
It has in this episode.
yeah, it has. Which bump from a movie would each of you least like to endure and why? Thank you again for all you do, and I hope WrestleMania isn't too stressful for you guys. Your friend from San Antonio, Angel Ramos, aka Rolling Courage. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you, Rolling Courage. Oh, and Hell, maybe.
Maybe.
So, any movie or a Home Alone movie?
From Home Alone, isn't it?
The Home
Because
Alone
I was going to
series.
say, I was
it
going to say
says.
Alan Rickman in Die Hard, but I probably wouldn't want to say that one. That's a bad one. But it's not. When he
The
falls.
Home Alone series.
No, that's why if it was any movie. But
Oh.
in Home Alone, because I've seen 3 more than any others, right?
God, go on.
There's a bit where one of them, the one who looks a bit like a Shield member, he might be called Gunter actually.
I don't know.
Unger.
Unger.
I
Yeah.
think,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, no, Statlander.
He gets both his feet stuck in like Tonka trucks filled with syrup, and he's like, can't get out. And then he falls down some stairs. That's the one I wouldn't like to say.
Oof.
Can't move his feet. He's like rolling about, and then falls down like I think the basement stairs
Yeah.
into the dark. That's dangerous.
Did you
that.
get people tweeting you this week because Home Alone 3 was on film 4?
No.
2 people tweeted
Did
me.
you?
Yeah, just let me know.
I need to watch it just
A
to join
very
in
solid
with this.
film.
Oh, aye.
Very
putting it
solid
down.
film.
Class.
Just not as good as the other 2. But noticeably better than 4 and 5. And I'd not watched the
4
one.
and 5.
Not watched the one.
Four's
with
one with the remote control house.
Yeah.
Ah.
the least favourite of mine is from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York,
Yeah.
where the 2 fellas are on the rope. And
in
it
the
starts to get
fire.
set on fire,
Yeah.
and they're having to go up, and they're like, "Oh, we can't make it," and we fall down from 4 stories, 3 stories.
Yeah, that's a bad one, yeah.
It's like the impending doom, isn't it? There's nothing you can do unless you are of the obviously the RAC there. The car fixing people.
Who did you mean?
I bet the Marines or something, you know.
Oh,
okay. Those,
Oh, right, good.
those
I get you. now.
RAF,
Right.
RAC,
Yeah.
Marines, I don't know.
All
the
it means
army.
to me. Yeah. I'd have to pick. There's a lot of stuff happens at Home Alone that are bad, but the one that would always get me as a kid or adult is, I think it's the first one, where they lose their shoes, rather like in Die Hard, and because of the glue, I guess, they have to take them off, and then they end up going on like, is it like broken glass
It's like
and
ornaments
drawing
on
pins?
the Christmas tree. And,
Oh,
And all, all
yes.
sharp, horrible stuff, and anything to do with your feet getting.
Wade Barrett probably likes it.
You stand on
Favorite bit of the film.
You go to get a glass of water in the night and you stand on a plug socket. On a plug. Oh.
They have the bit as well with the tarry stairs, don't they?
Yeah.
The stairs with tar on. I really have to say that like the PlayStation.
At least an Atari stairs. Yeah.
The stairs with the tar on with a
8-bit
nail.
stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at uni, I remember I was in my room and I had bare feet and I stood on a drawing pin because I had like a notice board in my room. Stood on a drawing pin and then I had to pull it out myself. He's hardcore.
Yeah.
He's hardcore. It wasn't as bad as you think. Just one, because it was in my heel, quite hard skin. But if it had been like a little bit further forwards, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. Ooh. Apart from spreading the good name of Home Alone 3, those were 3 wonderful letters. Thank you very much for sending them to us.
Thank you.
And you can too send any of your thoughts, queries, and everything else you want to send us. Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Powering through.
Let's have some wrist piss. Good day, diddlers. First off, thank you for all the work you do. I've enjoyed watching you all for 3 years now, and I always get a kick out of something, whether it be Ross doing the sour boy face,
I've done that once.
right? Or Jack's impersonation of the one and only Elite Hunter, Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, I think that might be a Ross thing. Oh, no, I'll join in. I get the
We all
yeah.
rejoice in the Elite Hunter. What a gimmick.
You guessed it. You lads always make the 3 hours of wrestling talk and other nonsense the funnest part of my week.
Thank you.
For this Reese's Pieces, let's say you have a younger sister and must choose one of the 2 wrestlers you'd rather have date your sister.
Oh, no.
Do any of us actually have a younger sister?
No.
No. Do you?
No.
Okay, well, that's okay. We'll get our roleplay heads on. Fastest thought
I
first.
really don't like where this is going.
Jack, Ross, me.
This is going to be hard.
Wait, it's basically saying which is the better human.
I thought it was like you open the door. It's like the scene in Bad Boys. It's like you're going to date my family member. We have to see who we're happiest to see. Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes.
It's already started off hard. Probably, is it modern day? Modern day, I'd go.
No, Shields Row.
But we're assuming they're all single because Cody's obviously pure married.
Oh, yeah,
now.
they're all single, yeah.
Cody is like, Cody's like the archetypal, bring him home to meet your daughter. He's like an American boy and that.
He was before that time.
Aye. But
That's
then,
it.
but I think modern day Randy's really chilled and nice.
Yeah.
Go for Randy.
I'm going for Randy.
Cody's
as well.
erratic. He makes erratic decisions.
Because you would assume when they come to the door for the first time, they would be wearing clothes. So while you might see Randy Orton's tattoos, they're more traditional, aren't they? Not Cody's neck piece. You probably think, what's that lunatic doing with my sister?
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, what would any of us do if Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes was dating our imaginary sister?
Hiya.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah.
I like your match against Dustin.
You're going to be at WrestleMania.
You're a giant strobe.
Hello, Cody. Shawn Michaels or Val Venus?
Oh, no. Sean. Sean.
So upset.
No, I'm going Val.
Are you?
Really?
It's real life, no.
Oh, we'll go with gimmicks.
Gimmicks.
Oh, they're both.
Oh, gimmicks.
okay.
His real name's not Val Venus, is it?
No.
Well, all right, but
Yeah.
Gimmicks,
fair
it'll
enough,
be,
yeah.
his real name is Sean as well.
Yeah.
Real
that's right.
life, still Sean, I think.
Really?
Modern day Sean.
He's off his rocker, isn't he?
So is Val.
They're both.
Oh,
are.
but Val in character, what's he like now?
Honest work, isn't it? He's just got no
yeah.
dick.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, character Val, because he'd show a good time, I guess. I reckon Michaels would be one of those lazy people who gets to a person who
But he's the
overwork.
sexy boy, isn't he? Kind of
But if
Eat your heart out, girls. I'm like, no.
they ever broke up, at least he'd say, "I'm sorry, I love you." Hopefully,
Oh, well done, Jack.
realize I have to go away.
Saving the segment.
No more yesterday.
Adam Cole or Finn Balor?
Adam Cole's a lovely man.
Adam Cole, yeah. Finn Balor's got the reputation of being a bit of a shagger, hasn't he? Before he was married.
Well, you just need to look at him.
Yeah, looking at that, yeah.
This comes
I'm
from
sure my sister would love to be on the totem pole.
No, Adam Cole. Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, yeah.
Matt Jackson or Nick Jackson?
Matt.
Nick Jackson.
Matt Jackson.
Oh,
The more trustworthy Jackson, Nick
No,
Jackson.
he's crazy.
Malachi. Let's be happy for the break. Austin Theory or Grayson Waller?
Oh,
Past.
dear.
I don't know.
Come on
They're-
now.
Even just in character, they're both total F boys, aren't they? I don't know what you choose.
I'd go for Grayson Waller because he's got the big bodyguard, so I feel my sister was at least going to be safe.
Where's he gone, by the way? Oh, he's still there.
I don't know what he's called.
Sanga
Sanga.
from
Sanga is
Cool Runnings.
the crucial detail.
I really don't know. I'll go if it's the way era Austin Theory. He was just a bit of a doofus. I'll go for him. Whereas Grayson Waller's evil.
They're both rotten. I'd pick Sanga.
Oh yeah.
He seems way more trustworthy
That's not
than
the
those
question,
two.
though, Matthew.
Oh no.
Oh,
Matthew.
no. My hypothetical little sister is going to have a bad time either way. Austin Theory, because I know he doesn't last very long. In the ring, he's been beaten by Brock Lesnar very quickly. How dare you? What are you guys laughing about? MJF or The Godfather?
In real life MJF, kayfabe, no idea. The Godfather's a wholesome man now, but you can't be. You don't want let's be honest. You don't want your little sister to go out with a pimp. So probably MJF.
Dangerous,
Yeah.
dangerous.
Sex
world.
trafficking's still illegal, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's an easy one for me.
Yeah, MJF.
MJF. Dexter Lumis or Ryback?
Well, Dexter Lumis has proven to be nothing more than a supportive and trustworthy partner. So Dexter Lumis.
It sounds weird when you speak about a potential serial killer, but Dexter Lumis seems to be a lot more grounded than Ryback these days.
He's one of the canny serial killers. He's all right.
Dexter Lumis, because you do some good artwork, I guess. Ryback is eat potato chips. Bret Hart or AJ Styles?
Man.
AJ.
AJ.
He's been with Wendy for years.
AJ's
decades.
a southern family traditional values man. Bret Hart, notorious shagger.
His book was full of the notoriety. Even with that, I'd still pick him because it's Bret. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, do what you want. Big sexy Kevin Nash, his full name written here, or Batista.
Ooh. both very similar, chilled out, older, sexy, large men. Kevin Nash once broke down on Twitter how to give oral like, in excruciating detail. So for someone who puts that amount of care and attention, I'll go for Kevin.
I'll go for Kevin just because I'm a big fan of Kevin.
I was on the fence, but now that Kevin Nash is giving guides to people, yeah, there we go. Good lad. New Jack or Nick Gage?
Oh, no, in that Vice documentary, right, even though he was obviously going through a terrible time and he was doing some bad things, Nick Gage actually had a weirdly wholesome relationship. So I'll go for Nick Gage.
I'll go for Nick Gage as well.
They're both great choices, but opening the door and seeing New Jack would be hilarious.
Plays the music. Just gets his phone out.
Yeah. Walks in.
Yeah, where's your sister? All right, mate. Brock Lesnar or Goldberg?
Oh, man. Goldberg, you've met him and you've said he was a nice man.
Oh, yeah. I've never met Brock.
Great with kids.
He might be even better, Brock. You never know. Never met him.
No,
Well, he was rude to Pacitti, wasn't he?
he was scary to put. He was in character.
Wait, Adam put his arm around him.
Yeah, so Brock Lesnar it is.
I'll go Goldberg. Yeah.
Finally, Von Wagner or Dull Hudson. And they've written Dull on here. His name. Oh, God, Von Wagner or Dull.
I'll go for Duke Hudson purely because I don't want my hypothetical little sister for one of her days of the week to be called. No. I'll go for Duke. Yeah. Nicer voice, sexier accent.
Come Tuesday.
Okay.
Dull, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because it's a safe bet.
They just watch like Gogglebox and that.
Yeah, imagine like that. We'll go have a meal. And we'll go out. It'll be nice.
Whereas-
I'll take it home.
When we make that reservation, come Tuesday.
Can you ring up the restaurant for me, please?
Oh, how you doing? I am. Me and Von are coming round. They open the door and Von's like...
Is it still on there? It's still on there. That'll never go off.
Thank
the
you,
screen.
Chris from Ohio. No, thank you, Chris from Ohio. There's one of the selections. Ohio. If you have any Reese pieces of your own, please to know hypothetical family members. Bloody hell. Please send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
This is gonna be the start.
Reese piece.
It's going to be the start of a bad...
Please don't be the start
trend.
of which of your hypothetical sisters would do this with this wrestler? No.
Let's go to the woods.
Leave your bike.
It's Cultaholics.
Oh!
What a long and sex-filled podcast it's been.
I need a cigarette.
And just a little bit more before we get out your bedroom and your life forever. It's the big question with the big producers, which are, of course, GTA John, Reno2200, Noah Anderson. Thank you.
Anderson.
Akajua 2, and Nick Harabi. Thank you very much,
everybody.
you sexy producers.
Thank you.
Woof. But the big question this week is, what is going to be the best night of WrestleMania if you've been living in a cave for a while? Like come Tuesday, you might not know this, but it's 2 nights this year for WrestleMania. So let's go through the cards for each night, see what we think. Night 1. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, hopefully, for the Raw Women's Championship. It has to be the cursed one, and one of these matches will be taken off. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Just a singles match there, apparently. Looks like they could have some sort of stipulation there.
They might add one.
And then the Usos versus Nakamura and Rick Boogs, a.k.a. Team Car. And Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's night 1.
And allegedly also Austin and Owens'
I was
thing.
going to say, wait, that's not on...
Wrong card.
Yeah. It's not, okay, so night 2 is the Fatal 4-Way Tag Match for the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Meh.
Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Anything Goes match. Big Pat versus Small Austin.
Meh.
Singles match. RK Bro. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
Edge versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And then Lesnar versus Reigns.
I mean, I was about to try and make a point like, well, in terms of wrestling quality, night 1, but my heart says night... But now they've read it out, I just think night 2 will be
It's
better.
night 2, isn't it? Yeah.
Night 2 creams night
That's
1.
got
does.
everything. It creams
Oh,
it, does
no.
it? Sex again.
no.
Sorry.
It bends night 1 over.
It bloody Rogers him. Is that
So-
still a thing people say?
I don't know. Maybe in World War
Yes.
II.
In the 80s, yes.
Toodle pip.
Yeah, night 2 right now looks like the better match in terms of match quality. But I mean, are you that excited for Austin Owens?
Yeah, because it's going to be a match. I've convinced myself in my head just because that appearance on the Rick Eisen show. I hope it's called Rick Eisen.
Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen.
Do you think it'll be not a match, but like an extended brawl, maybe?
I think it'll be a KO show that'll turn into a match.
That would be exciting. That would be exciting.
Austin, because I think I did mention earlier, he kept saying, I'm doing it for me. So I didn't get to leave on my own terms. He's doing it for himself.
So
That's what convinced me.
Why wouldn't they bill it as a match to sell more?
I've got no idea.
Because it's barely going to be a match.
It's going to be a full match.
Better to say it's going to be a talk show bit and him do a bit and
Rather
go match.
than
It's going to be
raise
20
expectations.
seconds. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have the contract details ironed out when they announced it. And since then, it's been ironed out.
Yeah. Hey, Austin, we just looked and realized we don't have anybody else
Yeah.
as a main star.
We've
Yeah.
got to also think at the time of recording, we don't know whether. Well, first of all, it seems like it's going to happen, but Cody and Seth, we don't know which night it'll be on. Night one needs beefing up a bit, in my opinion. Although it's got
Cody Seth needs to be
got the
night
two
one
women's
top one.
title matches, and I don't know about Ronda and Charlotte, but I think Bianca and Becky should, in theory, be really good.
That'll
Yeah, no,
bookend the night.
Becky Bianca's going to be mint, but Charlotte versus Ronda, I don't care. It's waiting for the next cool Ronda
Oh,
thing.
no, that'll be good just because they'll be wrestling, not talking. That's where.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a
yeah,
good
unless
point.
they do just
They
have a
do
promo.
really kick each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't care about the Logan Paul. Don't care about Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin, whatever.
I care about.
Wait a minute, SmackDown tag that'll be all right.
I care about the other two. Well, not celebrity, but like novelty, like Pat's and Sammy's.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
that-
Sammy,
are they
not
both
to go
night?
like
Are they
a-
both night two?
Yeah,
Oh, night two is the one.
yeah. Plus that the Raw tag team titles.
And the main event.
Edge, AJ, and Lesnar.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not
Get
too.
stuffed night one.
I'm not as excited for Edge AJ as I should be, just because it'll be a long night or long 2 nights, and it's it's going
That's
going
gonna go
40
at
minutes.
least 45
yeah,
minutes.
How long did we go last year? Both nights. Was it like 3.5 hours?
I think so. Well,
They were really comfortable
Yeah.
viewing sessions.
the first one was
Even
rain,
with the storm.
first one was rain delayed. Yeah,
Yeah, even with that, it was lovely.
I think didn't so Edge and AJ in the WrestleMania 36. No, Edge and Orton had that weird like all over the place, and it lasted for ages.
It did.
Then they had a rematch that went even longer, but everyone liked it. The best match ever.
Wow, that was during let's just be positive years. So that'll be one thing we do maybe for the next anniversary episode. We look back and see all the horrible crap we said during the Thunderdome era. No, I like that match where they added sound effects and crowd.
I like it. It was a love letter to professional wrestling. It was their tribute.
I'm glad we did this now as a big question, because even though I'd seen the 2 nights, I'd never really thought about which one was better, and now it's quite comfortably 2.
Well, you know what Vince McMahon says.
What is that?
Just say that.
Yeah, the fans remember what they see last or whatever. So no wonder night 2 poos on night 1.
True.
I liked night 1 last year.
Yeah, night 1 had Bianca and Sasha.
Seth and Cesaro.
Night 2 had Randy and Fiend, and everyone went, "What?
Night
Fiend's
2,
lost."
His last
Night
appearance.
2 last year, all the heels won, didn't they?
Yeah.
No,
was
and
really
that
weird.
was Bo Dallas as the Fiend.
No.
Well, that was a weird theory.
He should just go with that and just see, let's see how easy it is to
I
make
never lost.
a conspiracy theory. Just pretend that it was him all along.
We got Sam to analyze his tattoos.
Yeah, God.
Like you can see a little bit of tattoo in there.
Yeah. But
Are you looking forward to it just because it's WrestleMania?
I'm looking forward to it because it's that weekend of my cousin's stag do.
Oh,
And would you believe it? He's a Northwest lad. He's coming to Newcastle.
really?
Yeah.
You take to the Aspis Casino to watch WrestleMania.
I hadn't thought about that.
Is he a wrestling
Maverick. I never. No.
fan? Oh, right.
No, he'd be thinking about his, his life and everything. So,
Well, I hope you have a good time.
yeah. Sorry, it's got some breaking news there. It said something about Ric Flair, and I went, oh, God, it's just the breaking news just as we end the podcast.
Oh, got a reply from Stu Bennett. I've tweeted sex at Stu
Oh,
Bennett.
my God!
He's responded unquestionably with a gif with him with a cowboy hat riding the metaphorical, not even metaphorical. It's an
literal.
It's a literal thing because I think he follows me on here.
Oh.
Does he?
Yeah, he follows me.
Oh,
Well done.
you had an advantage.
Did
I follow you?
I don't know.
I'm sure it was just because of
Doesn't follow me.
yeah.
W. He just liked
To
it.
the
He just liked mine. Damn it.
I belong
I just liked
West
mine.
Virginia.
I'm in Ross's shadow.
There we go. Give that a retweet. That's what Stu wants.
Yeah.
I thought Bailey got involved there as well. There's people knows what the hell's going on.
What Bret Hart match is going to watch?
Well, I think that's a good way to end the podcast.
I can't think of a better way than get a reaction. West Virginia. Wait, people are coming to mine. There we go. Wait, I didn't think they could because it's added.
No, they can.
Thank you, as always, to beautiful Patreon producers who was already named. And I'd remind you, as always, you can lovingly send us anything that's on your mind, your thoughts, or any daft things, to be honest with you, to mailbag@cultaholic.com. And the Hall of Fame, very prestigious Hall of Fame, can be voted at patreon.com/cultaholic. And Stu Bennett has not liked or replied to me, but other people have, very confusedly. So, this has been Jack, who does have a lovely video talking about all the magnificent little things happening around WrestleMania weekend, the little independent events.
Yes, and also I've got a weirdest episode coming out soon, hopefully, and also Twitch every Wednesday at 6 p.m. with Owen. We do Football Manager. Up the Fabes. Thank you for plugging it this week.
I'm happy for my microphone to die.
Yeah, because you couldn't stream, you plugged ours. But that was very
always happy to you guys. Magnificent Ross has a lovely Jeff Jarrett interview coming out.
Yeah, I assume it's Sunday because they normally are, and I'll have other videos soon. About things to do with wrestling.
Yes.
Magnificent.
Tier list next week.
Yeah, there'll be lots of stuff coming out next week.
Not tier list, sorry. Pitches for Mania.
Of course.
Oh, God,
all the standard things.
And I smash Andy again.
That's what we like to hear.
on the grandest stage of them all.
As long as you have your cowboy hat and doing that, all right. And I have the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review with Tom coming out on Saturday. It's the SmackDown before WrestleMania X7. So us doing WrestleMania X7, the live watch-along with all the Cultaholic watch-along people getting together for one big gangbang of the greatest pay-per-view of all time. And that, as they say, is that for another week. Now we're going to look at the screen and say goodbye to you the way that we all know how, what we're going to say. We're going to point on the count of 3. We'll think of something. 1, 2, 3.
Sex.
Boinking, shagging, rogering, buggering. Other words, fornication. Masturbation.
Oh my God.